Hi.
There we go. How's it going, man?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Not so bad, not so bad. So, tell us, who are you, sir? And, who are you playing today?
I am Revolver C. I am a writer broadcaster, and I'm here playing Mortimer Longbottom, a halfling ranger with the most charming personality of the group, I'd say. Everyone seems to love me, or hate me, one of the two. And I just have a sense of wanderlust, and I'm kind of with the group, forcefully. I think they would probably drop me off at the nearest inn if they could.
Probably, yeah. Cool, and remind me of your class once again. I've actually forgot myself. The class of Morty
Rogue,
is
right?
Rogue or Ranger?
I'm sorry, yeah, I'm playing Ranger.
Gotcha. Oh god, when the character came in. Okay, cool. Myth, what's going on, dude?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, how's it going, buddy? And that's him. So Lee. Now let's go back. So Myth, how are you, my man? And
Doing well.
who are you
How
playing?
Are you recovered from your 24?
Yeah, just about.
I mean, it's like in half the weekend. So
Yeah. Feeling much better now.
I mean, if not, you should really think about how those work. But yes, my name is Mythomatic. I'm a voiceover artist, voice actor, streamer, role player, YouTuber, all around mustache man. I'll be playing Hiroki. He is a Tempest cleric
Nice.
from Waterdeep.
Awesome. We have Lee with us tonight. How you doing, Lee?
Hey guys, I'm good. Sorry I couldn't make it for the 24-hour. That really sucked.
Oh yeah. Feels bad, man.
However,
We'll
next
forgive you in
one,
time.
I might just fucking book the day off.
Do it. 2 days.
Yeah, and then I'll be there for the entire thing. I'm good. All gravy. I'm playing Ember, the half-orc barbarian, searching for the soul of fire. I'm just thinking about the nickname.
What would you like to be known as?
Wino. It seems apt.
Well, Wino is what you'd like to be known as. So. All right.
Whichever. Keep it classy, yo. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm excited.
Nice. And Askren, what's up, dude?
What is going on? Happy to be here. Rested after that ridiculous 24-hour stream and then a lot of work in between.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Askren. I'm another D&D streamer over on Exploding Dice. The link is in the chat. Thank you so much for that. And I will be playing Mr. Connor Ishmael. He's a ranger, a hunter, an older fellow who has lost his family and his tribe and is now on the hunt for the Pale Giant.
Nice. Very cool. Yes, he's got a bit of a hatred for stone giants and giants of all sorts. Really, it doesn't really matter.
Which a bit of a hoe as well.
Bit of a hoe. Yeah.
And you can make my name Pimp Nasty if you want.
You know.
That's a funny way to spell salad.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Askren, if you put something in the chat, then I can change the nicknames. I can't. I have to click on the thing. But yeah.
Shall we leave the nicknames up to chat?
Oh boy, that's dangerous.
Let them decide.
You live on the edge, Lee. God damn.
It's a Wednesday night, of course I am.
Is that... So, dear Lord, she's off. Gareth, bring some sanity back to the situation.
Please.
Please. How's it going?
Okay. My name is Gareth. I'm Sadly Pandas in chat. I don't know how to use shoes. Anyway, I am playing Birch.
Strange and irrelevant knowledge which we've been gifted.
Oh no, you should see the Twitter.
Oh boy.
There's proof.
Yeah, anyway, I'm playing Birch, who's an Aarakocran monk. He's been thrown out from his monastery martial art fighty thing. His wings were stripped from him. And he's been gifted a baby. He had his egg hatched last week, and he's happy. He's a happy man at the moment.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that, how that happened, and the child is named. The first birth and encounter roleplay seems pretty important.
Yes. Well, first of all, we were just casually fighting a giant. We freed a dragon who I'm trying. I want to.
Nocturnus.
Nocturnus. I nearly called him narcolepsy. He was a black dragon. He's very grateful because we freed him. He was kind of bound and under bondage of these giants. Once we freed him, I saw that eyebrow called. He was very grateful. Unfortunately, I had an egg before, and through revolver fucking playing up to the GM, he got my egg killed. I'm not going to forget that.
I might forgive, but I'll never forget.
He saw how upset I was, and I think it was a viewer decision that brought an egg back to me. Which
Uh-huh.
and
It's actually I believe it's a donation from Stetson.
okay,
Yeah,
so
it was
one of the most cool hat in the world.
Yeah.
And from it was born Baby Perch. And there is an amazing picture from Lakavar on Instagram, which touched me in ways that I don't want to describe.
Yes. So we will. That's who we've got in character-wise. Let's update on the story. Where are we currently in our campaign? This is episode 4 for those of you who haven't caught up, but there are all of the episodes on the YouTube channel, so if you want to go and catch up, it's a great series thus far. We've had a lot of fun at it. I do recommend you guys catching up, but we'll do our best if you're wanting to get the live experience now and just join in here to catch you guys up. And we have hit 20 retweets already, guys. God damn, 21. Fuck me, dudes. So we'll get to that in a second, but yeah.
Give me that,
So
dudes.
oh yeah, tell me about it, dude, bro. So the campaign started with these guys going to Nightstone. Nightstone being a town, or it once was, a human-populated town, because when they arrived there, they realized that Nightstone had been crushed by rocks from on high, and there were goblins living in the ruins of the town, and that there were no villagers left within. They had all escaped. The goblins who didn't kill the goblin mum and the 2 children told you that in the dripping caves, the rest of the villagers were being held, and you guys decided not to kill them, go to the dripping caves, speak to this goblin chieftain Hark, and you went there. Hark told you that, well, he can't just give you all of the villagers for free. That would look kind of bad in his like goblin reputation as a chief, you know. Can't be doing that. But he did let you talk with one of the refugees who Hiroki recognized as being his master of the Harper's Baron. So you managed to escape with him and managed to basically just escape out from the dripping caverns with Baron, who explained to you that there were several different locations which might be under attack. So let's see if we can't bring up a map here on the stream. So yeah, there are a few locations which are under attack. The first of which was obviously Nightstone, which had been under attack here, and then we have Golden Fields there, Tribor up here, and all the way up to the north, Bryn, Shandor. I'll bring you guys, the players, into the map in a little bit. So they knew that there were going to be some attacks happening, but they didn't have any way to kind of organize enough troops to get there in time, basically, and there wasn't really enough knowledge from like the lords of the realm that this was going to happen. It's basically something the Harpers knew about. So you decided to go to Goldenfield. You went there, you made the people evacuate the town, and you saw some hill giants coming along, led by Chieftain Gur. And Chieftain Gur is this very fat, obese giant lady who had a black dragon enslaved and under her command, and you followed her back to the Forlorn Foothills where she had her camp, and you killed her as a floating tower came down from the sky, and griffins attacked her ogre bodyguards, leaving you guys the chance to kill her and to free the black dragon, who was named Nocturnus. All the while this floating tower was still in the sky watching you, and the black dragon Nocturnus was a young one, and he said that basically, let me rename to Salad, there we go. He said basically that he was very thankful to you guys for the rescue from the giants, and that he had a cult that he was looking to return to, and that cult would be in touch very soon, and that he would be a great ally in the fight against the giants, because the dragons have ever been the giants' enemies. 40,000 years ago, there was a war between the two, and they really had a big falling out. So they're not big fans of one another. So you agreed to that. He flew off and actually brought back the the bird Perch to Birch, the egg having hatched, and you guys went up onto this like floating tower as these cloud steps descended. Inside, you met a rather cantankerous old and rather bizarre-looking man called Zephyros, a cloud giant. And Zephyros explained that he was looking to fix the problem of the giants. He was looking to understand the nature of the problem, why giants are attacking, why they are invading the lands of humans, and exactly what's going on. He talked a lot about portents and how that
And
works.
pretense.
And pretense, indeed, and all sorts of other tenses. So he, after a while, he had to calm you guys down because he's a very powerful wizard. You guys decided to travel with Zephyros. He would lead you somewhere. You decided to head off to Tribor and then Bryn Shander, where you believe there are going to be more attacks. And Zephyros agreed to do this. There was, I believe, like a week or so of travel. I believe like 11 and a half days for you to get to Tribor, and then much longer to get to Bryn Shander. You guys had a little encounter with some dragon cultists. Now, you met a rather interesting group of individuals. His name, I lost somewhere along here. But
That's not his name.
his name was Fuck. That's all he identified himself as. Hello,
And fuck.
my name is Fuck, and you knew immediately that he was not to be messed with. But he offered you guys a deal, and he worked for Nocturnus. He was one of the cultists of Nocturnus, and he told you guys that if you would accept these gifts from Nocturnus and ally yourselves with him, acting as spies and giving information to Nocturnus against the fight against the giants, then his master would be very pleased with you. And if you did not, then his master would be most displeased of you. Amarath was his name. So, his name was Fuckles. Fura Fuckles from yesterday. Yes, he is the splatter daddy of them all. So some of you decided to sign up to this. Connor and Birch, the two individuals on our right here, did decide to sign up, whereas the other players said no, refusing the gifts, other than Hiroki, who actually took a crystal ball in order to contact his master with. But Connor Ishmael took information for on the pale giant, the location of where he will be, in exchange. And also, I think, what Connor believes to be the best thing, because he hates giants and he'll do anything to kill them. Whereas Birch accepted the gift of wings. Dragon wings were given to Birch, so he can now fly again. He's had been gifted many, many times by the Dragon Nocturnus, and he didn't see any reason not to accept this time. So, I think that is the wrap-up. As such, you guys are headed straight to Tribor. You've got a few kind of tensions in the party about whether you should have or should not have signed up to the agreement with Nocturnus, and how that will affect your relationships. We'll see, and we're going to learn what's happening at Tribor, or what is about to happen, or what has happened at Tribor, as the case may be. So before we dive into our adventure today, episode 4, we're still I'm working on the Splatter Daddy t-shirt. I've had a few, but for some reason they keep declining my Splatter Daddy t-shirts. Very strange. Very strange.
First the donger, and now the.
And now this, guys, will you stand for this?
Don't bring
Don't
up
even
the dog.
talk about the Donga. First rule of Donga Club.
Oh, I tell you what, though, guys. For those of you who are just joining in, we do have
15 club.
a new emote, ERP Rock. Fuck yeah!
What the hell is that?
It's a rock because we've got a lot of rocks here,
Got a lot of
guys,
rocks.
and encounter roleplay. So it's my favorite thing.
What's the emote for the sword? Sorry, is it ERP?
ERP sword, yes, indeed.
Are you ready?
Oh my god, this is amazing.
ERP sword, ERP rock.
This is the best thing that happened
We've
to
got
me.
a new weeaboo looking lewd thing going on as well. Where
That's really cute.
Weeaboo
That's
as
really
fuck.
cute. Look at your little face there, Will.
I
Little
know.
anime Will.
Look at me, weeaboo Will.
You
wanted-
Will.
You wanted
This
Weemo
rock-
Will.
That black
Best
white
thing and the
like
worst
red
thing in the
shit
fucking
on.
world. You need a rock, paper, and scissors. That's what you need, Will.
Yeah, the Kickstarter rock. So many
Rock.
rocks.
We've got rock and sword so far, which
Yeah.
I guess is
Oh,
close
that's
enough.
true. Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
Paper,
We need
dog.
this.
Rock paper Donga.
Oh my god. God damn it.
Hunger beats everything, though.
That's true. Trumps all always wins.
Unless
yeah.
you beat Donga. Anyway,
Donger beats.
That's true. Donger on donger. That's just a straight up tie right there.
Donger
So,
on donger action.
Can't wrap this.
Yeah. So before we dive into the show, whilst we are off on these shenanigans here, we already hit 20 retweets, but we'll do another one. Viewer decision at 30 retweets. So if you haven't tweeted that, go ahead and tweet it out for us, guys. Tweet it up. And also, if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. We're just 5 followers away from you guys deciding what happens next in our campaign. You get to throw in a viewer decision. Named aptly because you are viewers and you get to decide something which happens in our game. We put all of your ideas into a straw poll, and the most popular decision from that straw poll actually happens and affects our game. It's pretty damn cool. Also, you can donate to affect our game. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse. So feel free to check out the donate stuff down below. And yeah, we're saving up for a new GPU for the stream to improve everything about it recently. We had a few problems. Hopefully, as well as a note, all of the EU servers on Twitch went down earlier, and they went down the night before as well, knocking out some of NA and all of the EU. So if they go down again, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's just Twitch having ingestion server problems. But we're going to try our best. It's been okay thus far, so we'll keep an eye on it. Other than that, though, I think it's time we dive into things. So you guys are on a floating cloud tower. Now, this cloud tower looks just a little bit like this thing over here on our right. It's got a big pointy hat. It's got several layers to it where you guys are being able to kind of sleep and stay, rest, recover, or
like
just chat to Zephyrus.
Layers are good.
Layers are good, like onions.
Yeah.
And you,
I
yeah,
mean, like parfait.
yeah, indeed. And that's where you guys have been staying recently. So I want to get some visual descriptions of what you guys look like and what you guys are up to on Zephyros's tower. So let's start in reverse order. We're doing it backwards, guys. Gareth, what does Birch look like and what is he doing currently?
I will stick the link in the chat to the Instagram because that is now canon of what Birch looks like. He looks like a bird. He is an Aarakocra, which is a cross between a bird and a man. He has a fairly long beak. He had these stumps of wings on his back, but now he has these magnificent. Are they kind of spectral, or do they just look like kind of leathery dragon wings now?
I'd say they're like big leathery splatter daddy wings.
So yeah, they've got they're like obviously oversized for my body. I look like an anime character. Lee will know what I mean. And they kind of spread out for me. I've now got a kind of bundle of cloth over my chest, holding the infant against myself at all times. Yeah, who I disgustingly regurgitate into the mouth too. And I'm making the most of it. Yes, I'm making the most and genuinely flying about, not touching the floor unless absolutely necessary.
Of course. Perfect. And Askren, what does Connor look like and what's he up to?
Connor is he's an older man, probably in his early 40s. He's blonde, he's a bit kind of graying. He's got a beard. He looks kind of rugged, like he's been in the woods for a while. He wears like a leather tunic and a dark mud-stained travel cloak that kind of help him camouflage in the woods. He's a hunter, which is displayed by the bow and arrows on his back, as well as the 2 hand axes that are in metal loops on his belt. That's
Nice.
really all that's interesting about him, I think.
Cool. Did you say what he's up to?
Yeah, he's currently traveling with the group and Zephyros's tower because he cannot stand the idea of giants being allowed to rampage through and destroy other towns and innocents like they did his village. And also, he was recently offered information by the Black Dragon that may lead him to hunting down the Pale Stone Giant. And he knows that the group doesn't agree with, or some of them don't agree with that path, but he is mighty tempted.
Excellent. Cool. And Lee, what does Ember look like and what is she currently up to on aboard Zephyros's tower here?
Ember she looks more human than orc, so she's got a little tusks going on. She's got this slightly green tinged skin. She's got this like weird, like long purple hair and like a weird long mohawk. She's really sort of built she must be sharpening her axe and sort of trying not to rage at the fact that that cantankerous old wizard has charmed her. Well, she can't really rage because he's charmed her. That's the whole point.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. And Hiroki.
Hiroki wears a thick robe with a chain shirt under, a glaive on his back, his hair in a messy bun, and a full beard. And that's what he looks like. He's got dark hair. Super cool guy. Likes long walks on the beach.
Yeah. What's his current activity aboard Zephyros's tower?
I think he just hung up the crystal ball because he was talking to Baron Waterdeep using the Palantir that he received from Nocturnus. So yeah, I guess he just kind of hung up, but he was praying before that.
Sure, cool. And finally, Morty.
Hey, so Mortimer is pretty ordinary looking, no visible scars or facial hair. You can easily mistake him for another halfling if he was in a group of halflings. He's, kind of tall for a halfling, I'd say, like 3 foot or so. Has his new cloak of elvenkind, which is kind of shiny, and he does use a longbow as his primary weapon. And depending on how long we've been in this tower, I would probably start getting cabin fever.
Yeah, I can imagine you get
people
very antsy around because you're traveling for 11 and a bit days. So
yeah, I'd be getting cabin fever.
Yeah, that's we've got cabin fever. Okay, cool. So yeah, that is where our party begin today's episode. So the kind of carapans in over these clouds as we're sailing over the Nentia Vale, and we see this flying tower in the sky. Well, there's one window looking out of which, from which is one very large eye is looking out of it. Zephyros up in the second level is kind of floats down towards the group of you. This large, eccentric cloud giant with these long robes, this kind of spiky white hair and beard going on. And he says, "Small folk." He's got this face and this terrible grin because the past 11 days he's had it in this grin because you guys told him last episode that his face was stupid. And
Did we?
Yeah, you did. And he realized that his face was indeed stupid. And so he decided to change it out of peer pressure. He's like, "Oh yes, all right," and he changed it. So you see him kind of float down towards you, and he says, "Looks like we're at our destination of Tribor, my friends."
Right. So can you let us down?
Well, you might want to have a look out this window with me. And he casts Levitate on each of you to float you up to his second level.
Are we still charmed after 11 days?
No, he only charmed you for 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna rage as fuck, but put me down! Sorry, put me down now!
He doesn't. He's like, "Oh!" just floating upwards. Yes!
I do not like being off the ground! Put me down, please.
Yes, we are quite high up, aren't we? He says as he's floating up to the second level. You guys reach it eventually, and there's a ground floor here that you can, he releases you onto. You might have a look at that window there. Large kind of pane glass window in front of you for you guys to look out to, and as you guys step towards it and have a look out, as one can only assume that you guys do, rather than shutting your eyes and or blinding yourselves to the things before you, you actually see that the town of Tribor, sprawling as it was, kind of farming, trading population, lots of townhouses within, and more farming settlements outside, is burning. And in fact, for the most part, it looks like it has burnt. By which I mean, there aren't raging fires going at the moment. It's kind of in the aftermath of a fire. Have you ever seen a forest fire images on the news and stuff like that? When it's starting to go out and there's just these clouds and clouds and clouds of this kind of billowing black grey smoke coming out, and not the kind of raging hot fires that you sometimes would see. And you see that the entire kind of settlement appears to have been ablaze and burning down into cinders at this point. Looking down at this height, you can't see if anyone's moving around. You'd have to kind of get in closer to have a good look to see if there are any kind of survivors. But you do see a few kind of lumbering figures around who could so huge that they could only be giants.
I'm gonna turn around to to Zephyros. I'm gonna say, your portents didn't tell you this?
Why would they? Why would they tell me something like this? This is insignificant.
You were headed here.
Was I? Well, yes, I suppose I was. But I wasn't been reading the portents recently, like I told you. You idiot. You have to spend some time doing these things. And I've been very busy working on my pottery recently.
Your pottery?
Yes. You look over at...
Why are you doing
Yes.
pottery instead of reading the portents that you said was so important to you?
The pot looks at you. Hi. See? It's quite fantastic. It says hi.
It sounds like it's crying for help. You want me to smash it out of its misery?
He says when I reach the age of 12 or 13, I might have more luck. See? His voice might change over time. But
I'm just
listen,
gonna pick up the pot and just hold it close to her.
the portents only speak to me at certain times, my dear. I can't just look into them and the portents are there. They come to me at certain times when they wish for me to see them. It cannot be forced. Probably happened recently, anyway.
Am
Go
I
ahead.
able to do a perception check to see like what kind of giants they are? Or
Sure, yeah, roll me a perception check. But you have a advantage on this one because you know giants is your favorite enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
would
my
they
favorite.
are they easily identifiable from where we are, or are they kind of?
Yeah, we'll say they're pretty recognizable.
I got a 22.
Nice. These are again another tribe of hill giants amongst them. Potentially there'd be you might look at one which is more like stony or even barky, which would suggest maybe like a woods giant or maybe a stone giant. But overall, bands of giants together, it looks like they are hill giants, and maybe they have a few of their number kind of mixed in there as well.
And
Okay.
do they look organised, or are they just ransacking? Is there any kind of leadership structure? Or...
It's impossible to tell at this range. You'd have to kind of get down into the city if you wanted to do that. At this same time, Hiroki, your ball starts kind of swirling with misty energy.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah, you really ought to have a look
No,
at
it's
that, dude.
just lotion.
Just yeah.
There is something happening to my ball.
Shit.
Yeah, I guess I answer it.
you start lunging, I imagine. Oh, it's really tight. And thank you to Unknown Abyss OTG for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friends. You're a gentleman and a scholar. I didn't even mean that to be like an innuendo, I was genuinely
It sounded like balls.
I didn't
The
even
ball
consider it.
starts twisting around.
Lee, you hear what you want to hear, okay? And you know it. Now drink more. So you you see that you're the ball is just kind of swirling. You kind of commune with that energy, and you thank the Westgate for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Hey, West.
What's up, dude? And you hear the voice of your master, Baron. Hiroki.
Yes. Yes, Baron.
Good. Good, I've managed to find you. Well, there has been news I thought you might wish to know of. There is a moot being called in Neverwinter, a week from now. All of the Lord's Alliance, the Harpers, the Emerald Enclave, the Order of the Gauntlet will be there to discuss the plans for the realm. Many will come from all over just to be at this meeting, and, well, it might be useful if we had your information and your team there as well.
In Waterdeep.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Yes. Okay.
I cannot stay for long, for I am needed elsewhere. But I needed to send you this message. Peace be upon you, Hiroki.
You as well, Baron.
And he goes.
Fellows. Ember. It seems there is some sort of meeting in Neverwinter, and my master Baron will wish we go and bring the information we have.
What now?
What about those people down there?
How we get down from this floating hat?
How do we get down from Floating Hat?
It was a stairway.
Well, we can lead the stairway down. I don't know if you want to go to down there. Looks rather bothered.
Yes. How far are we from Neverwinter?
I can go and scout if we need me to.
Well, we are Tribor, Neverwinter. Let me see. Let me touch my ball. He touches his crystal ball, and he says, ooh, 6 days.
We've already been traveling for 11.
Well,
How much further can it be?
Well, we were going. Do you understand directions, Emma? You are a small folk, therefore you are an idiot. But some directions are in the opposite way. So you might go one way for very far, but then you're further away from the place you were in before.
Listen here, wizard.
I am not Lee Sin.
know.
No.
Listen to me. You have ears, no? You're not stupid. You listen with your ears, yes?
Ears have nothing to do with intelligence.
I understand direction. You told us we were going to the correct place. You didn't tell us we were going back on ourselves.
What are you?
Into the other direction.
You really are quite obtuse. We were going towards Tribor. We have arrived at Tribor. Now you're telling me you want to go to this other place, which just so happens not to be this place.
We passed Neverwinter on the way here.
Well, I didn't know. Nobody
It's off to the west.
Stop talking, wizard. Let's just get off here.
I'll kind of
Yes.
go down to the ground. I say, so we have a question now. Do we see if there's anything left of the town down there? Any citizens we can help? Anyone we can save, or do we leave it to turn to ash? And do we meet with these bureaucrats?
I'll just kind of pace around. Morty will just kind of pace around. I don't care. Just get me out of here. I've been in this stupid place for so long, you know. Forgot what a fucking trip. Like, God, go postal here, man.
The last thing I want to hear right now is your voice.
You know what? Your voice is pretty annoying too. Why don't you speak common every once in a while, okay?
Shut your mouth.
You know what? I'm tired of you.
Do you want me to go and take a look around? I can.
I imagine Birch has got this thing where he's got like a newborn baby, so loud noises are really bad for Birch.
I'm covering its ears. And rather than being, I'm just making passive-aggressive tutting noises to myself.
You're going full mum on us.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll say to Birch, I'll say,
Passive aggressive mom noises.
can you scout without being seen?
Would you like us to look after the baby?
I struggle to see when I fly. I need to concentrate on the air. I kind of pull Perch out of my kind of. What are they called? Those things that you have on your
Sacks.
chest.
Boobs. Wait, what? What are we talking about?
Okay, I'm not gonna say
Papoose.
Papoose.
papoose. I pull the Perch out of my
Your
papoose.
papoose.
That's what it's called, a papoose. It's a little wrap-around scarf that you hold the baby
I
in.
thought we were talking about like. I thought you were talking like a kangaroo sack thing.
Like a
I was like, that is not a papoose.
And I kind of awkwardly look at them all about who I hand this baby to. So I kind of all size them up, and I kind of look down. It's kind of like you're damned if you do, and I think I'd probably hand it to Hiroki. Take care of this. This is my life right now.
Very well. I will take care of it.
Then can I look to Mortimer and kind of look at this kind of papoose that I have? Do you wish to
Hello, little
come with
papoose.
me?
Guys, get me out of here, okay? I just need something else besides this.
Shut up, you wakes the baby!
Can I put Mortimer in my papoose?
I guess you could, yeah.
While he's doing that,
He's
I'm
very
putting
small.
on I'm gonna say, you need to vomit into his mouth. That calms it down.
Need every 20 minutes, okay.
Bomb every 20 minutes. Uncle
I will
Hiroshi.
try my best.
Very serious about it.
And I'll
what I
grab
can.
I'll grab that pot that the giant had made and I'll vomit in it and say if you struggle with something.
It's okay. I
Oh
have
my-
some.
Jesus Christ.
I have some of my own. It's okay.
Then I'll slide Mortimer into my papoose. And then take a run up
awkwardly
and
climb
jump
in.
out the window.
And then just
around.
As Hamster of Wrath rightly points out, you put Morty right in your basket.
When
Thank
he,
you, Hamster.
when he slides right in your DMs like he does your papoose.
I feel like he jumps in and like wriggles around and then pops his like Morty head out.
He goes in head first and he's
Yeah, and then like a little kangaroo
That's
baby.
kind of like what I would do, yeah.
Right, you slide him right on in that papoose, and with a little, he's in, and
It's pretty cozy in here.
yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
you start flying out over the the town of Tribor. You've got to be careful to avoid the kind of black billowing clouds of smoke which are coming up towards you, which are going to blind you and most likely kind of make you start coughing and spluttering, and could tarnish your beautiful wings. But Morty, you can roll me a quick perception check as you're flying out over the lands here. See what you see.
I would be happy to.
Sure you would.
There we go.
Yes, you would. It slides into your. Actually, yeah, what slides into your DM is a totally different meaning in Dungeons and Dragons, isn't it? So, no,
Oh my god, no. Oh.
I don't want to slide into my DM, guys. Am I right? So, on a 19, Morty, you're looking. You're looking by the town. Down at the giants, you see these kind of banner giants, and actually some of them kind of look up at you and start kind of brrr, bellowing and kind of shouting up at you as you're flying over. And you're careful to avoid any kind of like rocks which they sling your way. They're kind of very poorly aimed rocks, so Birch can very easily kind of slide out the way, just like the papoose. And you see looking for. I guess what are you looking for mostly, Morty?
I would be looking around for any like survivors, maybe see the extent of damage that has been done. Any signs that they took something.
Okay. You don't see. Well, it's very tough to see, I suppose, even on 19. I mean, you're looking at the areas. It looks like they've taken food mostly. That seems to be the biggest thing which they've taken. They've eaten a lot of things. Actually, a lot of the giants are currently sitting around and eating, and then occasionally slinging a rock at you guys, kind of half-heartedly. They also have destroyed most of the buildings, have been burnt down, so it's very hard to tell if they've broken into one in particular to steal something. None of them are carrying any particular like magic items upon them as you're like flying past, but you only get a kind of glimpse as you're going by.
Okay, another thing I would kind of look for is maybe like tribal markings on these giants to recognize what tribe they may be from, because I'm favored with giants.
Yeah, okay, so you roll me just a nature check, actually. Just to see if you can identify any of them.
Oh dear, I'm not good at those.
Oh, boy. Yeah, on a 12, you see all sorts of markings, but you're flying by at the speed of light on Birch's wings. You
Damn,
see some
Goku
kind of...
over here.
yeah, some markings on him, but you don't see any distinctive ones that you can kind of identify.
Okay, so I'll kind of like nudge a bit to get Birch's attention and like point up.
Yeah, I imagine the wind noise is pretty bad, so I just kind of, I kind of get his meaning. I fly up.
Cool.
I kind of enjoy the silence where I can't hear him talking though. Like I'd probably do an extra lap around the castle at the end just to enjoy.
Yeah.
I'd still trying to be talking to him even though he can't hear me.
Yeah. So you're right. We haven't had the viewer decision come in just yet. So we're gonna. Why don't we do that now? In fact, we'll give you guys. Yes. So underneath that line in the chat, you heard me and I meant it. Throw out some ideas as to what could happen next. In our story, we have the town of Tribor burnt down by a huge tribe of giants in the area, hill giants, mostly. They are on a floating tower currently, and they hear that there is a moot happening in Neverwinter. Now, it doesn't have to be something which immediately happens. It doesn't have to be something which instantly affects the game. If you were here in the prep session, for instance, and you wanted something to occur in that, which we didn't go with, then maybe you could throw out that idea then. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So if you want another one, hit that follow button and join us. We're going to have another viewer decision in just 2 followers times. If you are new to the stream, hit that button and join us. So you guys fly back up to the top of the tower where the rest of the guys have been watching you fly down. So Morty, you exit the papoose as Birch lands back up and retrieves Perch.
Okay, I'll kind of dig through my backpack for like a quill and ink and paper, or if like there's some around the giant's castle.
Okay. So yeah, you wanna say that again to me?
I wanted to look for like parchment and like a.
Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. Like he's got all sorts of equipment around for writing. So he actually is writing his memoirs at the moment. It's currently on page like 25,000.
Okay. I will like try from memory to draw the markings on like the paper that I saw on the giants.
Okay. Thank you to DC Raid Boss for following. You're a gentleman and a scholar. You try your best to write them down. What you get is to those perhaps more... Who would be more well trained in giant tribal tattoos out of the group of you? Maybe Connor?
I mean, if he could describe... they're a favorite enemy of mine, so if he could describe what they look like, I could make a check for it. It's up to you what check that would be.
Yeah. Roll me a... nature check, actually.
My nature's decent. Do I get advantage?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me just do this. Nature. I got a 12.
Nice. So you identify this as being from the Forlorn Foothills area of giants. They have some kind of foothold in the that hills.
The area that we came from.
Yeah, so from that kind of area, that sort of tribe. But I mean, the Forlorn Foothills and the groups of giants around it, very large space. So whilst you eliminated Chieftain Gur, there are likely a lot of other giants out there around in the area as well.
Oh yeah, no. I was just making sure.
That
I had the geography correct.
Exactly.
So I'll say these hill giants seem to have made their way north from the hills and the small mountains around Greenfields.
Yeah, I'll just explain what I saw. I didn't see any survivors, or they just looked like they were taking food, not anything else, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Probably haven't gotten the message about their chief yet.
We're above Tribor.
You're flying above it at the moment. Very safe height. Some of the giants will like lazily toss a giant boulder up towards you, but it doesn't land. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll kind of sit down on like the table or something. I say, "Do you think everyone's dead? Do you think they managed to flee? Find a safe place? Underground somewhere?"
I mean, they're probably dead. Yeah, definitely dead.
You have no tact for a halfling. I thought halflings were supposed to be extra sensitive. Please be respectful of the dead.
It's fine. What matters now is what we can do to help, and if we can't help this town, and we're too late, we need to find someone who can, and somewhere we can help.
Did you guys see anything while you were scouting?
Hill giants up from the south, most likely sent here to bring food back to their now deceived chieftain.
Nobody else. There was nobody else.
No survivors.
They didn't see any survivors.
I'm sorry to hear this.
Means we got here too late, or they were already on the move early. Wow, someone is blaring.
Very well.
Some feedback. So, what's the decision are you guys going to?
If there's no survivors up here, I was thinking maybe suggesting that we go back to Neverwinter anyway. There's nothing more we can do.
I think we go to Neverwinter.
I think we should go back to Neverwinter. If there are no survivors, then what good are we here?
Well,
Agreed.
I can take you back there. If that's what you
Yes.
want.
Wizard, can you make it go a little faster so I don't have to look at your face for another 6 days?
Oh, well, I can fix that. He casts blindness on you.
Did we do that, little bitch?
We
Hey,
should
is that
try and-
better?
She welcomes the darkness.
Yeah, my old friend.
Can I speak to the? We need to send a warning. Where was the other town? There's one really far north. wasn't there?
Brinshander.
Shander. Yeah.
Is there any way you can help us communicate with someone there to get a message?
Oh, exactly.
Anyone? Anyone in charge of anything? Is there any wizards you know there, or?
Could we send a comet or a spell or something in the sky to make them aware of the atrocities further south?
Well, I suppose I could, but you see, my time and resources would be spent doing that and not making sure we're going fast. So you see, if we're going quickly, then we won't be sending a signal, but if we're sending a signal, then we'll be going slowly. You see?
I'll turn to Birch. I say, can you not speak to the birds? Are they your kin?
I just stare at him.
Seems logical.
That's racist, man.
Connor. Do you not see the
Do- do-
reason he's been given wings?
Apparently you don't.
Do you speak to every creature that crawls on the ground? Then no. I do not speak their language. I speak Aarakocran, and then I start.
It's okay, Perch.
Can I look for a bird flying by, and I'll try and speak to it? I just insulted his mother. It didn't matter.
Your mother smells of elderberries.
He flips you the bird. It's just a bird flipping itself around.
I'm not sure if I made myself completely clear, but no. I or any Aarakocra cannot speak to birds. But I go back to speaking to Perch, doing a little bit of vomit again.
I say, Haruki, your
Yes.
your order.
Yes.
They reach that far?
Do what?
The people that you speak to in your orb, do they reach that far north?
They're everywhere. We have agents all over.
So if they can speak to you, can they speak to others in a similar way?
By speaking and using their words, yes. I think you are unclear.
Your magic stone.
This. What about it?
If they can communicate with you, can they communicate with others in the same way? Can they send a message to Bryn Shander?
Can I send a message using this to the others in
Yes.
Brinchanda? Not
Yeah.
can they?
Your order, anyone.
I guess they could, but they do not have this.
Then can you do it?
Yes, I can try.
I'm gonna try to do a knowledge arcana, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know anybody. I don't think I know anybody who is like any of the agents.
It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, so it's just like kind of a blind shot in the dark.
Yeah, you
Um,
kind of like put out
but-
the
Okay,
feelers.
try my best, yeah.
Like, Bryn Shander's to the north, right? Like,
Yeah, just like point towards the north and just like.
it's. I don't know if you've ever done that thing, but there's like a game on Google where like you pick, you get a random look of a street and you have to decide where in the world it is. Like, this looks like Russia.
You
You
have
know,
to try and find your way home.
exactly. Finding your way home. It's a bit like doing that on like
Yeah.
an arcane level. So on a 13, you don't manage to do it. However, you do see a swirling black kind of eye appear from the mist before you. It's the same black eye that was looking at you before. It is Nocturnus.
Oh, jeez.
Hello there, Hiroki.
Nocturnus. How do you fare?
Well, now that I am freed. And yourself. I can't help but notice you seem to be looking for something. Or someone.
I look for any harper in Brinchander.
I know the location of several. I could put you two in touch.
Can we hear this, or is it just him?
Just him.
Okay.
He's off in a corner with his swirly ball.
What was that last thing you said? You said keep in touch or something?
He could put you two in touch.
Yes, if you could, Nocturnus.
Well,
The dragon operator. I could connect your call. Do you know his number?
I'm not
Hello,
sure
hello.
if I should after you betrayed my patronage. So,
Well, Nocturnus, I do not betray your patronage. Your patronage is
Do it.
not you. It is merely man who worships you. And I do not know how involved they are with you. I'd rather speak to the head of the snake and not its tail, if you understand.
you speak to it now.
I do.
So, will you take my bargain of friendship? Alliance?
I will.
Good. Then, let us put you through. And his eye kind of like disappears. There's a little, you get a fucking Skype call coming up. It's like, fuck me, I hate that sound. And it says not responding for a while because it says ship program, and then
I switched to Zoom.
and then you switch to Zoom. Only $15 a month. You see this woman in the bull. It's kind of an elderly woman who's at a desk. What is that? Who's there?
This is Hiroki. We have never met. But I am a harper, like you.
Hope she's a harper.
Who's this? Gerald, is that you again? She says, oh. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Hiroki. My name is Sandra.
Hello, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra.
Elos.
Du-du-du-du-du-du-du.
God damn it, Lee. She says, how can I help you?
It is not you that need to help me, but I will help you. You must know that there is an impending attack upon you.
I've heard of such, yes.
Yes, Tribor is in the midst of being attacked now, or at least being ransacked. I was there when Golden Fields was attacked. And I was late for Nightstone. We only think that you are next. I need you to train your forces and train your defenses for the worst.
I see. Well, you see, I'm one of two operatives here within Brinchander. I'm not sure what I can really do other than tell the militia to be ready if they'll even listen to me.
Is there anything I could do to help from here?
Where are you now?
I'm in the clouds above Tribor.
She kind of puts her face like she doesn't quite believe you. Are you quite well, Hiroki?
I am. You must trust me.
Very well. If you say you're in the clouds, then you are. Well, from there, bring word to the Lord's Alliance. They are a strong ally of ours up here in Brinchander, and will do their best to send whatever troops they can. If you get there quickly, then I know that Lord Neverwinter has ever been a friend of ours. in Neverwinter.
Lords of Lions?
Lord's Alliance.
Alliance, okay.
Yeah.
And, alright,
We will be making our way towards Neverwinter, for there is a moot happening there. And we will let them know our intelligence and our sources and
Very well.
scoutings.
Well,
reports. Yeah, reports. Words.
be in touch. Listen, there's been some troubling word of dragons here of late as well. It seems that there are other dangers than just giants walking these roads. So,
Yes.
be very careful.
What color dragons?
Oh, all sorts. It seems that they are, well, perhaps working together in some form of way, or perhaps they are just unleashed upon the world, as the giants are also. Either way, it's worrying news. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
The dragons are fighting against the giants as well. They can be a silent ally if used correctly.
If you think so.
Stay clear from them and they will help. Do not anger them, for they are, in fact, dragons.
Quite. Well, the problem is, you see, is that they have been, attacking villages nearby. There were no giants in those villages, Hiroki. But
Anyway,
be that as it may, giants seem to be the most pressing issue. I will take the words to the watch commander here and see what he can do, and I will hope to hear from you soon.
yes. Good meeting you and good talking to you, Sandra.
And you, Hiroki. Peace be
Be
with you.
safe. You as well.
Click.
You're back in the room. And thank you to Lightfoot Karma for following. What kind of... Oh, yeah, okay. Well, who knows what kind of drug Hiroki is on. Probably fair few at this point. But thank you, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. 20th of today as well. So, we're going to take the... probably going to take the top 2 from this poll here in a second. So if you guys haven't voted yet, go ahead and do so. Here it is one last time for you guys. So, the group of you are back in the tower. Again, they didn't hear this conversation with either Nocturnus or with Sandra.
Word is out. We must head to Neverwinter. From there, we can talk to Lord's Alliance, and they will send help up towards Brinchanda. That makes sense, weird-faced man.
Oh, I've come down with the sniffles. Yes, quite so. Quite so. To Neverwinter.
To Neverwinter.
Can Brinchanda defend themselves until help gets there?
They will have been given short warning, I understand. So whether or not they have enough to defend, at least they will be able to hide.
Let me try one more thing.
I'm going to try to get in touch with the operator, Nocturnus.
Okay.
I am busy. What is it now?
Many apologies, Mr. Nocturnus. There is one favor I ask of you and all your people.
What is it?
There is an attack impending on Brinchanda from giants. It's what we have led to believe. If you go there, you can then do what you like most, and that is destroy the people who have put you in chains. And gnaw on their bones.
That is valuable information, Hiroki. Thank you.
Very well.
Our people will be there.
Remember, it is the giants we want.
And I hang up before he has time to respond.
Yeah. And you're back in the room.
Nocturnus the dragon and his followers will head there.
Are you sure your people can help us?
It is not my people. It is the Lord's Alliance. They are an alliance of lords. An alliance of men who will help out.
Alliance of men and elves.
We've always lived on the fringes of the humans' territory in this realm, but from what I understand, Neverwinter boasts a powerful army.
They do.
And do you think men can stop this? We can trust them?
Heard stories of them fighting off invasions of demons from the depths. If half of them are true, I imagine for another war, but not impossible. We're talking heroes from stories.
Let's hope these stories are true.
We are wasting time. Please. You, tall one.
Yes, we're on our way. Don't worry, darling. He,
As we lurk slightly.
Yeah, and you guys head back. Now, I realize that we've done plenty of travel already on the ship, and we're going to call a viewer decision there. Ember is secretly a firebender. Rosie is the god of the giants.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to keep that in mind. It's not going to be an immediate effect upon the story. It's not going to come in suddenly, but throughout the campaign, stay tuned. These hints will be dropped. So, you start traveling along to the west. The west, you're at Tribor currently and going off to Neverwinter, so suddenly kind of northwesternly. It is indeed 6 days of travel whilst you get there. I can imagine the things that you guys are getting up to: driving yourselves insane, treating the child, researching, and the like, talking to the idiot when possible, and he calls you an idiot most of the time. But you do, after another 6 days of travel, arrive at Neverwinter. Now, there is the huge sprawling city and the citadel before you. Think kind of like an imperial city from Oblivion, and you're kind of getting there. It's a really gigantic city filled with all sorts of people. Everyone lives here. There's elves, dwarves, humans, gnomes. It's just a kind of hub for everyone in this world to come to. With the port of Port Last and Luskan to the north, has plenty of trade coming in, and it is the strongest, most defensible area in the north, with a huge kind of outer wall around it and a large standing militia. Helm's Hold, just to kind of east of it, is indeed another kind of citadel, which is one of the first kind of barriers of defense were Neverwinter to be under attack. The floating tower of Zephyros stops several miles outside so that it doesn't draw too much attention from the people of Neverwinter, and he says, I think I'll just drop you off here if that's alright.
Yes. Safely, I hope.
Yes, well, nice been traveling with you.
What is your plan once we leave?
Oh, I've got plenty of research to do on the giants. No doubt I'll call by if I find anything new.
We'll need all the information and all the allies we can get. You may be an idiot, but you may still prove useful.
Well, yes.
I'm gonna look at the pot in my arms and then look at the wizard and say, I'm taking this with me.
Right, well, I've already made 3 more, so they won't be lonely.
That's okay, I'll look after this one. He
Good.
seems to know a lot more about you.
Good. Very well. Good to see that old Potty's got a home. I just call him Harry.
I kind of thank him. I imagine he's been providing us food and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
oh
so
yeah,
I thank
yeah.
him for everything he's done
Yeah.
and caring for us and providing.
He's like create food and water to make like a giant loaf of bread.
Just like shoves it in our faces. I don't know, he's blinded me, so I've got nothing really to thank.
He unblinds you. That was only a temporary thing. It didn't last 6 days. But yeah, and the cloud steps below you lead on into Neverwinter City.
I take out my slinky.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Nice.
I just watch it go down.
Nice. It's pretty fun. So yeah, you head down the steps, and in fact, over the city of Neverwinter, you see all these different flags currently kind of over the city, which signals that different lords and ladies are there and are present in the current city. You see that there is. Of course, the main flags of Neverwinter around and Lord Neverember. The flags of Waterdeep are recognizable to Hiroki. There are also the dwarven hammers of Mithril Hall in place, as well as the elven symbols, leaves of Silvery Moon flying high above Neverwinter. So, seems like everyone is here for the moot. You guys sort of spend maybe a few hours getting towards the city on foot.
In the mood.
Yeah, and you arrive at the city gates. You're very quickly let in to the city, and there's no kind of like strict regulations on who's allowed in and out. They basically just check you for if you're trading, then they're going to tax you basically, and you're allowed into the sprawling mess that is Neverwinter. And very quickly, you guys are lost. There's people moving everywhere, every which direction at this point, and it's a very busy environment. People drawing carts, people selling all sorts of goods in these areas. Or even you look down the dark alleys. There's some smuggling going on here, some more illicit trades being plied, and there are guards everywhere as well. So it looks to be a very busy city of the north. A sign points towards the kind of citadel, where presumably you guys might want to go to. But if you guys want to get bed and board, there are a million different taverns to head into, all of which boast better ale than the others. So, where you guys headed?
Ales.
Yeah, I'm with her. Ales.
Excellent.
We go for an ale, yes. I bring the halfling. Maybe he can tell me jokes while we are in there. You're a funny short person. Let's go for an ale.
So,
Wow!
so you two head to get drinks. Are the rest of you guys going along with that?
We must. When's the moot?
It's 6 days, so potentially today or tomorrow. You
Great.
know.
I'm gonna make my way to wherever I think that moot is gonna be.
Probably the main place, like the citadel. So Hiroki probably heads just like the center of the city, where usually administrative functions are held.
Yeah, we'll go to the moot of our problems.
That's exactly. Birch and
I will head with Hiroki. Like, I'm feeling really kind of overwhelmed by this place. I've never been in a place with so many people, and seeing all these buildings and hustle and bustle is really kind of freaking me out. So. Not being enclosed in a building is exactly what I want, so I'll follow Hiroki.
Very nice. And Connor? Where's Connor headed?
I assume he'll just follow them into a tavern. If anything else, he will probably want to get some local information, see
Sure.
if,
Yeah, definitely.
he needs to know.
Cool.
He's never been to Neverwinter before, so.
Yeah. So, as these players enter into Neverwinter, good point to remind you guys, if you're new, hit that follow button and join us. When we hit 30 followers today, you guys get another decision as to something which could happen next in our campaign. We're here 5 nights a week, 10 shows a week. So join us in our adventure tonight. Also, here's a tweet. When it hits 30 retweets, you guys get another viewer decision. In fact, we already had 1 subscriber today, so if you're looking to subscribe or resubscribe, then now is a good time to do it. So, other than that, you guys head into the tavern. Let's go to the tavern guys first. So you enter into one of the busiest taverns that you guys have kind of ever been in. It is loud music is blaring in here. It's the slaughtered ox as people, it's kind of drum and bass going on. As the young kids of the tavern are kind of like they're clubbing, but you refer to it as dancing, and they are getting all sorts of drinks going here. There's a hearty-looking dwarven lady who is serving up. She's got a bit of a beard as well. All the different ales on display.
What a babe.
She's a bit of a babe.
Yeah. I might sort of shrug off my pauldrons slightly, just kind of take them off because they're weighing me down. Stick them on a stool nearby. She's gonna go over to the dwarf lady and go, "Hello."
Let her hair down and just
She's gonna
go crazy.
Hello, a tankard of your finest.
She says, "Hey, very well." She goes and grabs you a drink, hands it over to you.
How much is that?
First one's free.
Oh, thank you.
It's heroin.
It's totes crack.
You know that crack isn't heroin, right, Lee?
Isn't heroin.
I mean,
It is in heroin.
it is in heroin.
I know. That's why I said totes crack.
You know what? Never mind.
What?
Whatever. It's good. So you you get a drink, and so Connor, Birch, I'm guessing you guys get drinks as well.
Yeah, I'll
Tavern.
kind of take a seat on the bar. You know, next stool over. I say, big event happening in town. I hear.
She says, "Hey, there's the Lord's Moot is making everything quite busy around here. Is that why you're here?"
Yes, our business brings us in that direction. Yeah.
Hey,
Do not mind him. He is just shy.
she's gonna like off to the next patron. She hasn't got time to like stick around and talk to you. She's off to like, you know, it's like real bars where like, you can I have a drink, and then she's gone. You know,
Is there anyone nearby?
just like real life, guys.
Yeah. Is there anyone nearby that looks like they do have time to talk?
There are some pretty drunken patrons around here. Looks like they've got all the time in the world, baby.
Maybe someone that's less like drooling onto the counter.
Yeah, sure. There's a girl. She's here with a young man.
Are they nearby?
So yeah, they're having wine.
Do they look particularly well dressed?
They look particularly well dressed. Yes, they do.
Uh-huh.
They're on a date.
Connor will just kind of okay. Then he won't.
I mean, but she looks up to you. She makes eye contact. She looks like the date isn't going well whatsoever, and she wants to be saved.
Oh no! Do it! Do it!
Oh,
This is your chance.
Don't mess it up like you did the last one.
Swiggity
Yeah,
swiggy.
you did,
he
sweetie.
has a dead wife. What is wrong with you?
Get in there.
Use that to inspire you.
He's gonna oh man, he is not at all comfortable around like well dressed people. He's like a farmer. He's like a hunter. He doesn't know how to.
Come on, a bit of the old widow's courage.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Oh my god, that's. Oh.
You got nothing to lose, Connie. Thank you to Top School donates £10 and says, Tome of Beast Plug, a local alehouse. Drake befriends the party and becomes Hiroki's familiar. Thanks so much, Top School. It's pretty cool.
Hiroki's familiar?
Nice.
Drake or just Drake?
Just, it is Drake. It is.
Oh,
You used to call me on my cell orb.
Call me on my cell phone.
Used to call me on my crystal ball.
My ball rock.
He's talking about the Alehouse Drake from the Tome of Beasts. I don't know if you have that book or not.
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alehouse Drake was my favourite Elvis song, actually.
Jailhouse Drake. Oh, Alehouse Drake. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
man.
let's carry on. So, Connor, do you speak to this girl?
Oh.
Is this?
Give me 1 second. I will think of something.
He speaks so hard to her.
Are you Googling chat lines right now, Askren?
No. I'm just trying to think. Like I'm trying to, because I know it's everyone expects it now, but I'm trying.
How would I speak to
How
a
he
real life woman?
How do I speak to women is what Askren is currently Googling.
How
How
does,
about, hey baby, my wife's dead?
believe it or not, I can't. I'm not very good at putting myself. in the position of a woman.
You remind me of my dead wife. Oh no.
Thank you so much to Tinners for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend.
I'm taking auditions for my next widow.
Alright, the girl looks at you. You want to get information. It's pretty simple.
He'll kind of raise his mug
Donner.
to her and kind of nod. He says, "You need a refill."
Yes. And she stands up
A kind
and heads
gesture.
over. And Hamster says, inspiration to Connor to rescue the lass from her date. Here's our
Thank you
Hamster.
so much, my friend.
So,
Nice. So smooth.
so you head on over.
Believe it or not, I've never interrupted a date before. It's just
Really?
No,
Yeah.
Every day.
I didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it until this very second.
Until this moment.
I was like, Askren, he's that kind of guy. I bet he's always barging in on dates at the bar. He's like, hey babe, looking for a refill.
Hey lady, do you need rest?
Boy, you seem like a
It's the
natural.
only way I know how to do it.
You just show up at the fine dining table with another glass of wine. Hey, excuse me, this is for you. Hey, what's up? Like
One
pushing
for
the
lady.
waiter out of the way. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Sorry. I mean, as if you're
Sorry,
at
I'm late.
Just push the guy out of the seat and sit down.
Hey, mind if I sit here? Sweet. Let me grab a chair.
She comes on over to the bar with you. Thank you. He was an awful drunk.
I kind of look at him. Does he look very, very drunk?
Yeah.
No.
No, he looks sober as fuck. What are you expecting from that question?
No, I mean, she said he was an awful drunk. I wanted to see if he looked like he was kind of,
He's swaying. He's
She was
swaying.
worried for the inevitable.
Say, well, glad to be of assistance. What's your fancy here? And I kind of signal the bartender woman over.
She comes on over, and hands you guys both a drink. Thanks.
Oh, she doesn't. The bartender doesn't even take orders. She just.
It's the only thing on tap.
I didn't know that. Had I known that, I would have
That
said
ruined the entire play.
Weak game, bro. Weak game.
what are you drinking? Oh, the only thing here? Okay. Say, lot of fancy clothes and nobles walking around the city. So.
She like blushes as she looks down at her own dress. Yeah. I mean, we're still young.
Say, big event. You look like you're going to some sort of big fancy party.
There's the Moot happening. There's a dining event first, and then any lords and ladies who are anyone will be a part of the proceedings.
Get her in the mood.
Dear God. Myth is that one friend that you have is like, fuck her, yeah, do it, stick it in her.
He's just like, this guy, he's so...
He leans over. Tell her about the time you had crabs.
This time, I went to this great seafood place. It was... Let me tell you.
Get her in the mood.
Yes. We're all getting there eventually.
This is
Anyway.
this is just a this is very difficult
Yeah,
for
that's-
Oscar, and
that's-
we're gonna
That's
get
the
through this
spirit. We're
one.
all getting there eventually.
I meant with the joke, but okay.
And this is difficult for me as well. I mean, I've never dated a widow man before, so, but I want to now.
Well, I mean,
So
retirement's
she,
not far from me.
Can I lean in from the side and say,
yeah, definitely. You realize that your boy needs a wingman here.
he needs a wingman, and I'm gonna be that wingman.
Not at all, dear.
I'm gonna say, hello. This man he rescued you from awkward date, yes?
Just gets worse. Not a half-orc lady. Hello.
Can I just
I'm here to help the date.
She says, "Oh yes, yes, it saved me
This is
from
my-
that."
This is my friend. He is very good. He is li-
not helping?
No. He is gentleman, is what I mean. He is gentleman, even to half orc. He is absolute gentleman. You will like. I go now. I have halfling to talk to.
Right. Okay.
She like disappears into the crowd.
So
I've never met that orc in my life.
You liar.
that was strange. How? So you said you're interested. You're here for Moot too. She's desperately clutching to straws that you're not this weirdo guy. You know when like, I don't know if you do, Ashton, but I don't know you know when you're like a single guy, you're in a bar and you're talking to a girl and it's going okay for a while, and then you say something which is like really weird, or she just doesn't gel, and then you're losing her, and you can tell that you're losing her, and she's going, and any second she's gonna walk out that door.
I will
What a
say,
man plays in the background.
Actually, what was I talking about? Askren, of course you know what it's. But
So is the cover map the drapes? No. All right.
Right.
Well, anyway, more drinks, please.
I'll just kind of sigh and say, yes, actually, we have important business with the Lord's Alliance.
oh, have I heard of you?
I wouldn't. Well, I would hope not. Me and my companions work for the Harpers.
Oh, aren't they the wizards?
Among other things, but we come with news. We are attempting to protect those that live abroad.
Well, that's a very noble cause.
Speaking of broads.
He'll say,
Who is that fellow in the background who keeps shouting over at us?
he's very, very.
He wants you
He's
to.
He's a strange mustache.
So, yeah, I'm. So you're part of the Lord's Alliance, Harper's. Sorry, it's difficult to focus with all this going on. Should we get out of here?
He'll say, would that I could. We have an important meeting tonight, but perhaps I could get your name. I'd be happy to talk more once these proceedings are all done with.
Rosalind.
He'll kind of take her hand and just gently kiss the back of her hand. He says, Connor.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Connor. You said you're busy. Do you need to be somewhere, or?
We're actually waiting on a missive to arrive from the palace, but once all these meetings are cleared up, we'll have time to ourselves.
Well, I'd love to chat again.
Before you do you know anything about how the Moot is planned? Who's going to be there? Anyone of particular note?
Yes, I believe Lord Neverwinter will be there, as well as Lady Silvery Moon and I believe there'll be most factions. The Lord Commander Duncan Stormhallow, the Order of the Gauntlet leader, should be there, and the Harpers as well will surely send representatives.
It's good to know. Will I see you at the proceedings?
Yes, of course, I'll be there.
And I will keep an eye out and endeavor to dress not for traveling.
Yes. Well, that would be nice to see you in a suit.
He kind of just nods. Yeah, he doesn't have. He's again no idea how to talk to noble people.
Perfect. So let's go back to Hiroki, and
Just say #ankle lock.
I fucking died at that sentence. Dungeon Mouse says, I had that moment, not in bar, by puddles, in a sleeping bag on the trampoline at night, stars out, literally no way to screw this moment, and she says, the stars are beautiful. My response, yeah, there's a lot of them. Legs closed, and
It's
back
such a-
inside.
It's such a boy response, though.
Legs.
You know,
Yeah, there is a lot.
have you ever been on the other side of that? When you make such an open
The legs closed
statement-
part?
No, like the open statement where you're
drawbridge.
expecting someone
Drawbridge
to
is
say,
open.
Yeah,
My
the drawbridge is
drawbridge is
open,
down.
and then they say something, you just go, no, off you go.
Can I say, I don't know why everyone
When she closes the legs, am I right, guys?
expects Connor to be like, yeah, let me get, like he's, like, dude was married for like 12 years.
Exactly, move on. So, you
I played a 16-year-old bard who was locked in a cupboard for most of his life, and he was a player. Come on, man.
He wasn't a player. He was a devoted man.
Anyway,
I know.
so
I know.
her drawbridge is most clearly down. But let's cut to let's in fact Morty and Ember. What are you guys doing in the bar?
Watching and drinking and betting drinks that this is gonna go well.
she's trying to chat to him to try not to be annoyed because she quite likes him, and she just wants it to be less awkward. And she's kind of hoping that beneath that voice is a softer voice. So I guess she's just trying to coax that out of him.
Nice.
Morty's probably getting drunk and noticing that Connor is probably going to screw this one up as well.
Yeah.
After his last debacle, like, Ember, you don't need to help him. He's kind of,
Why you think that? He looks a bit awkward. He looked a bit kind of like, hey friend, help me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you don't really need to help him.
It's okay, you can use your inside voice.
This is my inside voice.
Oh, it's so loud.
Our glasses just breaking.
Yeah, everywhere.
They're really fragile.
So why aren't you being the wingman? You seem quite the talkative type, at least.
Oh, it's okay. I am okay. And I'll just drink.
I know you're okay. I mean, why did you not help our friend? You seem like the talkative type, is what I'm saying. Why did you not talk to girl about how good friend is?
I'll just drink some more.
Oh, please stop talking. She drinks.
Okay, so I guess at a certain point of drinking and awkward conversations with females, it's what's your guys' next move? Are you gonna head
love D&D, right?
to right? Yeah, just like real life.
Just like
So
real life.
It is just like real life.
So you what's the next move? You guys gonna head to the
Have me and Hiroki not gone off to...
yeah, you guys
find
are heading off there, but I mean, is Morty, Ember, and Connor gonna head off as well? They're gonna stay in the bar. They're gonna sleep there. What's the plan?
Morty's probably gonna stay there.
Okay, you guys stay there. All right, cool. So let's cut to Hiroki and our friend Birch here, and Perch as well, lest we forget. So you guys heading through the crowded streets of Neverwinter, these bustling streets. You had to like push through people when suddenly a green figure appears in front of you. It has wings and a brew of ale in its hands. It's some kind of dragon-born type creature. And he says,
Hey, is one of you Hiroki?
he's got a bit of a kind of lisp going on because he's got really big teeth in his mouth.
Yes, that is I.
And he says,
Well, the master sent me to...
oh my fucking god, thank you so much to the leg clamp for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
That's awesome.
Yuppie leg clamp.
A gentle clamp in the skull.
A gentle clamp and a scholar. You absolutely rock, my friend. So, yes, Drake says,
the master, he sent me to help you.
he's like drinking.
And who is master?
Baron's his name, yes.
Very well.
He said
We
I
are heading
should...
towards the Moot. Where is the Moot now?
This way.
Very well. Bring us there.
He's
Can I do an insight check on this guy just to... I don't
Yeah.
trust anyone. I'm super got my guard up.
sure.
100%.
100%.
7.
Looks like a man.
Looks like a dragon-born creature. All the while it's going, it's drinking more ale and continuing to gossip about various things that he's heard about Master Baron. He says,
Did you hear about the time he had that affair with the noble lady?
I do not remember.
Yeah.
What happened there?
There was 3 of them all in one room. There was. and Master Baron comes in, he casts charm on all of them. He has them all at the same time.
Yeah, sounds like Baron. Yeah.
It sounds like the complete opposite of anything Baron would actually do in life, because he's like celibate and always has been, kind of thing. So like the Drake just continues to gossip about ridiculous things that the Master Baron might have
Can I
done.
do an insight?
Yeah, sure.
After saying that, being like,
Yeah, okay, buddy. I don't think you're right.
23.
Yeah, he's making it up. He's lying.
What,
Like, but not about that phrase, but about like this entire trip. Has anything
Oh.
he said about
No.
Barrett, like,
I mean, you get the sense he does in fact wear a Harper symbol around his collar, so you would suggest that he is a member of the Harpers, but everything that he's coming out with other than that is just baloney, you know?
yeah,
where are we going and what is your name?
Oh, you call me Ali.
Ali.
Yeah, we're going off to the Citadel.
alley.
We're going off to the alley.
Going off to the alley, Ali.
Very well, alley.
He
Where are
leads.
you leading us?
He leads you to the Citadel, and this is kind of large fortification structure. You have to get through another portcullis, another wall, to get within. Very well guarded, and you see all sorts of different. You see a bunch of dwarves around here, and elves well armed and armored. They're all kind of getting ready for this kind of moot meeting, and there's mooting indeed. And Ali starts to lead you inside to where Master Baron is waiting in a kind of side chamber, and Baron kind of nods to the group of you, and the two of you, I suppose, plus Ali, and he says,
Thank you, Ali, for bringing our companions here. Hiroki might find some use for the creature. He is helpful despite his rumor mongering. He is an alehouse Drake. He found him in a bar recently, getting himself into some trouble, and decided to put him on a straight and narrow.
Very well.
So, you are here. Where are the rest of your companions?
They are at the tavern. They went straight there.
I
I
see.
thought it best not to stand between a half-orc and her ale.
he says,
Very wise, very wise. Well, the moot is beginning in but a few hours, so if you need to rest, now would be a good time to do so and to prepare yourself for the events which are about to transpire.
What is it that's about to transpire?
A meeting of the different people from around the north. All of the... You might have, in fact, seen the flags raised. Waterdeep is here, Silvery Moon.
I did.
Neverwinter will be in appearance as well. And, well, the Harpers as well. The Order of the Gauntlet are also here. Duncan Stormhallow will be in attendance, no doubt wishing to push his agenda forward. We will be discussing the plans for the North, whether we are to go to war with the Giants, whether we are to send troops up to Bryn Shander or to any of the other cities that might be in order to about to be attacked. More information has come to light about giant fortifications, strongholds, and possible locations for attacks. Lord Neverember has all of the plans ready, so I'm sure he will be explaining all of that in the fullness of time.
I kind of nod. Is there any? I ask him if I forgot the name of the town again. Sorry, Will. The town to the north that we sent message to.
Bryn Shander.
Yes. Is there? Did they attack?
So, what do you say to him?
Did? Is there any news from Bryn Shander?
He
says, no. I have heard from one of our order, Sandra, that I am to do my best to help Prince Shander and the Harpers there, if I can. She said that Hiroki was in touch. I do not believe they have been attacked immediately, but if they have, we would not know about it until at least the day after.
Everywhere we've been, we've seen destruction. Make sure they know what is coming.
we will try our best, my friend. As I said before, we must wait until the Moot is in audience to get our message to those who are the most important people in our realm. They will want to speak with you. I have informed them that you are a group traveling together who have had first-hand experiences of fighting giants and meeting giants as well. So, your opinions and what you say to them will be of utmost importance. It might be a good idea to nominate a speaker or two between a group of you.
I'm not really one for words. When you say get word to the important people, what happens to those that you don't deem important? They're left as fodder for these things?
Excuse me?
I mean no disrespect, but...
I mean, your word that you want to help the people, as the Harpers do as well, must be given to those who have the power. Unfortunately, those who do not have the power, the small folk of our lands, will not be able to do anything unless their lords help them.
I kind of inquire if... and those that were in the cave when we rescued you, did you help them?
He said, I do not believe that Hark will harm them. There are some things which a man cannot do, Birch. Neither did you attempt to help. But I see the bigger picture. It seems that you need to get that bird's eye perspective on the matter that I possess. Those 30 villages in there would have done nothing to help our efforts. But there is a war to be fought, I think. There are thousands of lives at stake. We Harpers believe in balance. While some may die, others will live. Not all can live.
I kind of nod respectively. Respectively? Respectfully.
Respectfully, yes. That's a word.
Kind of just keep my eye on him anyway.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of honorable man. For a bit of background on Baron for Hiroki's sake, you know, he is like ultimate Tai Chi senpai kind of dude. He believes in kind of balance in all things, so he's not like, I guess he'd be kind of like the equivalent of being like kind of true neutral in that he believes that there needs to be evil to counter the good, and so whilst sometimes he makes acts or will make decisions which are questionable, to him that is like the true order or balance of this universe which needs to be upheld, and that's the kind of Harper's view on things. So Hiroki might be of the mind that maybe he's leaning towards let's do mostly good things and that will heal the world, or he might be of the exact same opinion as his master in that in fact everything needs to be in a balance. And thank you to Sackler Blackwolf, Glace, and Desktop Adonis for the follows. Welcome, my friends. So, yeah, that is a bit of background on Baron. So let's cut back to the group. In fact, do you guys send words to, like, meet back with the other group? Do we want to just kind of, these guys come back to meet with you guys at the Moot? Because it's starting in a few hours' time.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get in touch with them because I'm not a very good speaker, Hiroki. So I'm going to get them.
Okay, cool. So let's say that you guys meet up with Hiroki, return to the Citadel, and you're in the same room with Baron, having this discussion. So he says, "Welcome, friends. It is good to see you again." And he says, "I'm sure Hiroki has mentioned that, well, there's only an hour now until the Moot begins. We need a speaker, someone who will convey the information to the lords and ladies."
Meta, who's got the best charisma?
Well, it's certainly not me, I can tell you that now.
Well, not meta. Morty's jumping up and down.
Me.
Anybody at all? Any takers? No. I'm always like, me.
Pick the
Anybody?
pickly halfling, please. Just
Okay. Very well.
There is one thing he's good at. It's just, I was gonna
Jumping up and down.
I was gonna say using his mouth, but that's so.
Oh boy.
oh my god.
Yep. Boy.
I mean, my charisma is 11. I'm sure someone has higher.
Oh my god.
I mean, Yeah, I have a higher charisma than he has, but I'm not. Connor has no confidence in his.
Considering what just happened.
He has had his confidence
We
just
let you
smashed.
speak to anyone.
He's a farmer. He has no confidence in his ability to speak in front of like.
Oh, actually, my Ember has 12.
Use that mouth of yours.
Yeah, come on, let's not meta this, guys. Come on. I reckon Morty would.
Morty
Morty
can do it. Yeah, Morty can do it.
I mean, worst comes to worst, he could just annoy them until they say yes, whatever, we'll do it. Just shut up.
So-
exactly.
So Master Baron says, "Very well, Morty. Now I must.
Yes.
I will leave, but if you open this door here, walk down the end of the corridor, you will enter into the moot, where you will. I will be waiting for you. Just when you see me, or wave, come over to where I am, seated. Sit by me. I will leave you with the opportunity to discuss what you wish to say to the Lord's Alliance. And please bear in mind that these are the most important lords and ladies of the area. These are people that if you displease them, they will not do anything that you wish them to do. In fact, they might be prone to do the opposite. So, if it's help that you're looking for, then please, do your best. Do not. As Ali has been so fond of saying, fuck
Morty's
this
kind
up.
of like half listening. Like, oh, what were you saying? Yeah, the hallway. Yeah, I got it.
He heads out into the hallway to go to the moot, leaving you guys alone in this room to prepare for the speech, I suppose.
Mortimer, what exactly are we addressing the council about?
Giants, I think.
I will kind of
Morty's missed an episode here or there. He's not quite.
I will kind of grab him by the head and say, does anyone else want to speak?
I do not understand you. You're ground bound.
Oh Lord.
Baron, he spoke of balance and the greater good. He still does nothing to help those people.
Unfortunately, there's very little we can do to help them until we're, well, absent the position we're in now. We need to convince the lords, the nobles, and the army to march.
I kind of crouch down to Morty's level.
Get on my level.
I let him finish his drink. And understand we understand these people. They put themselves in positions of power. That means they think of themselves greatly. You just need to spell out to them the danger that is
Don't
there.
say that. He's actually going to start spelling.
G-I-A.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh yeah, I know how to talk to nobles. I talk to them all the time. You know.
That's the spirit. But understand people in power. They think of themselves as better than you.
Morty, please remember to use your inside voice.
This is my inside voice.
I mean, pretend you're even more inside than normal.
That is not... I don't think you want to phrase it that way.
I mean, yes.
You mean talk like this?
Yes, exactly. Try
okay.
that voice. Yeah,
I'll
try that
talk-
one.
Use your Morty Mouse voice.
Okay.
I'll kind of.
It's adorable.
I say, giants. 2 towns destroyed already, maybe more. Dragons. Can you remember those 3 things?
Giants, dragons. How many towns destroyed again?
2.
Oh yeah, two giants.
You're doing really well on the little tiny Morty Mouse voice. It's really good. Well done.
I just think people can't really hear me or anything.
Oh, trust us, we can hear you clearly.
Oh, okay.
Limber
It's
me
wait-
up and call me Gordon. Welcome to Neverwinter, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Well played, sir. Carry on.
Wait,
I'll turn to
also,
oh, go ahead.
there is also, do not forget, there have been attacks of the towns outside of Brynshada that have been decimated not by giants, but of dragons.
Okay. So 2 towns destroyed by dragons and
Giants.
giants. Yeah,
Yes.
giants. Oh crap. Okay.
Brynshada,
Yeah.
not destroyed.
Yeah.
Need to help.
Okay.
The outskirts of Brynshada have been attacked by what?
Dragons.
Dragons, yes.
That is correct. Well
I-
done.
Very well.
I'm so proud of you, Mortimer.
I will be there to help you if you need, okay?
Can you hold up like sign cards or something? So
Yes.
okay.
What does this mean?
I just hold up Sanskrit. Doesn't help at all.
You hold
Sorry,
up.
no, sorry.
You hold up like applause. Laughter. So,
And
Are
in
you-
Comic Sans.
are you guys ready?
Yeah.
As ready as we'll ever be.
I just want to point out we are all setting this up for. We all know exactly how this is gonna go, and we have all agreed that that is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah,
Just-
that's how we
just
do it
saying.
on Counter. This is failure. Let's do it.
As long as we're
Let's
all,
make this go bad.
yeah, no, as long as we're all on board,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right.
Okay, at some point I'll catch Morty as well and see. You need to be you. Don't hold back. And
Was
you
that
need to
Askren
tell
that made that sound?
Yes.
I think that
Wow.
was the baby vulture.
That was a
No, I
real
was drinking-
Askren sound.
I was drinking water and I laughed and I choked on it.
Yeah, welcome to my fucking world. Every fucking stream I do that.
Is that mouth of yours?
Weird to catch it.
I don't know what you laughed at there. That was the best part. Just happened.
No, it was the fact that he said that he was gonna catch him another time because he's gonna give him more information to
Yes.
remember.
Like, okay. What? Okay.
And thank you to Niwolos LP for following. You're a gentleman and a scholar. All right, let's get back to it. So, Birch, Morty, what's happening?
Yeah, as Birch goes down to my level, I'll put my hand on his shoulder. I won't let Birch down. I'll do it for Birch.
Just be you. Say
Aw.
exactly what you need to do. I can see courage inside you.
Oh my god. My dad never even said that.
I'm learning a great deal about fatherhood. I'm sure your father would have been very proud of you.
A rift opens in the distance, and Rick is like, "You got this. You got this, Morty." Oh, okay, I'll be back.
I pluck a feather and I just tuck it into his hair.
That's so cute.
Wouldn't that be painful? Isn't that like ripping out your own hair?
Yeah, but like if you've got like a rogue one, it doesn't really feel like anything.
Yeah, it's one of those rogue curly ones. I just tuck it into his
See,
hair.
edgy ones. I feel nothing, man. Yeah. So yeah, you take it out. Okay, cool. So let's say it's time for the Moot Yuppie Roki. So you guys head down the corridor and open up into this great hall, which is filled with hundreds of people. You see, at the head of a great table, a venerable-looking man, bedecked in armor, with a white beard and white hair. He's probably like in his 60s or so, but he looks like he's fought for a very long time. This is Lord Neverwinter of Neverwinter before you. You also see that there is a very fine, beautiful-looking elf, quite enchanting, in fact. Long blonde hair falling down around her shoulders as Lady Leiral Silverhand of Waterdeep. It's kind of also being announced as this is happening as well. You see that there is, that is of Silvery Moon rather, and then you have. Wait, what did I say? Lady Leiral Silverhand of Waterdeep, rather. I was wrong. And then Lord Tan Hornblade of Silvery Moon is announced. Now, he is a rather rotund-looking figure, Lord Tan Hornblade, and he's kind of currently drinking at the moment. And then next to him is a rather short, stout-looking dwarven figure. This is Queen Dagnabbit of Mithril Hall, who is before you guys. You see Hiroki over in a corner. Sorry, not Hiroki. Master Baron and... sorry, Asians. So... Kidding. You, kidding. You, head over to the... Kidding. You... but it was funny. So you head over to,
Oh my god.
You head over to Master Baron, and, you see that there is, like a little space set aside for you guys with, there's plenty of chairs nearby for you to sit by. And you kind of hush over through the crowd. It's kind of an awkward thing where, you know, when you're like in a cinema or like a movie theater and you've got to like move past people to get to your seats, kind of thing. Super awkward because everyone's in like deep silence right now, trying to watch what's going on. And yeah, she is canon.
That with dragon wings on your back, mate.
Yeah,
People in the face, left, right, and center.
Trust me, I have every day, and it's just it's just one of those daily issues that Birch has to deal with now, as well as having a child as well. So I'm you've brought a baby into this as well. You've got like your Perch is just like crying in the theater.
You are that parent.
Anyone that I hear tutting and making those passive aggressive noises at me, I'm just staring down.
Yeah,
You are angry mom right now.
You just hear the passive aggressive like shh, shh.
Do they all just like pretend to tolerate it, but secretly they're like, "Oh God, he's
Fuming, absolutely fuming, just like, oh, you brought the kid."
The baby's like vomited up against the shirt of the person in front of me that they don't know. There's just a weird smell in the air.
A weird, warm feeling on the back.
It likes you.
So you hush on over and you kind of work your way through, and there's this kind of silence falls upon the hall as Lord Neverember just speaks up. He just kind of raises a hand as the hall falls quiet, and you see him just kind of like stand up, and he says, "We are here today in this moot to consider if we will go to war with the giants, and where we will send our troops to defend our borders from them. There have been attacks from giants all over this land in the past months and weeks. Many have fallen, more would fall. This is the nature of war. I will hear no treaties from those who are here to seek peace. This is not the place or time. So, that being said, we have some speakers here today with information most pertinent to the moot." And he says, "So first, I will speak." There's a small little kind of chuckles of laughter from the others as like, the important people are speaking. It's you. And he says, "As for Neverwinter goes," and it's actually a good point for us to bring up the map and bring you guys back over to the map because there's some changes on the map. That's Golden Fields, wrong one. Oh, the map's changed. Yes, there you go. You should see the north coming up there.
North.
The north will rise again.
I know the north. I know the north. Like
We must defend the north.
Winter's coming.
The king in the north.
Winter's coming.
Winter is coming.
It is.
It actually is.
No,
Yeah,
not
actually,
really.
it's nearly October, guys. Winter's coming.
It's a statement which is almost always correct, except for when it is in fact winter. So you see Neverember with this big map before him, we'll say. Yeah, a big map. And it's magically enhanced by a harper by his side as well. So it's kind of like
Magically enhanced by an overhead projector.
basically, yeah, it's basically like magic because that is like science, right? So they basically are projecting it onto a screen via magic, which, you know, we would consider like one of those old kind of like screen projectors that you had in school. But for them, it's like, fuck, this is science happening right now. So, king and a half, and you see him just like double tapping every location on the map, as you have to do in any fantasy film genre, any form of fantasy genre really. When there's a map involved and you are pointing to a location, it's a double tap. And so he double taps Neverwinter, and he says, "As for Neverwinter, it is a strong location along the east. We have had no attacks in the area ourselves. However, Tribor to the east," double taps, "has fallen to giants. They have fallen deep into the Desserin Valley, which is most troubling news, as that leads down southwards to Waterdeep," which he double taps once again. And he says, "The town of Nightstone and Goldenfields have both fallen, as there are large encampments of giants in the Forlorn Hills." Now, every location in orange is a known giant camp or location. If there's a orange over red, that means that they have taken over a location which they have attacked. Blue is for a city which is part of the Lord's Alliance. So you see Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Mithril Hall, and Silvery Moon on the map marked in blue. And thank you to Kental Lawwalker, rather. Why did I say Lawwinger? For following. Welcome to the event, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Lawwanger. He wangs around his law. So, yes, you see these locations on the map. And they're nicely nicely marked and color-coded on the projector. And he says, "Meaning that Waterdeep is particularly weak right now. As we look up to Mithril Hall," he double taps, "it is surrounded by the Hawk's Nest and those giants along the spine of the world. Mithril Hall is a strong, defensible location." And Queen Dagnabbit kind of like nods her head like, "Hey, it is. But Silvery Moon lies between Lost Peaks and Hawk's Nest and is even lower, fewer on numbers than the dwarves of Mithril Hall. The numbers which we currently stand with are: Neverwinter holds 5,000 men. Waterdeep, 3,500. And, looking over to Mithril Hall, double taps it again, the dwarves of Mithril Hall have exactly 1,700 dwarves with them, whereas the elves of Silvery Moon have 1,500, roughly. So, their numbers are fewer than ours. We have few troops to spare in this war against the giants. That is our current situation. Now, there are some those groups amongst us who know more of the dragons, because the dragons have recently come out of hiding, and there is word that they have an organization known as the Conclave." There's kind of whispers around the audience, Dragon Conclave. I've heard of that. And he says, "We know not what their purposes nor their intent, but merely that they hate the giants. If there are those who have information upon them, then I would have them speak. I open the floor."
I got something over here. And I'll wave my hand.
"Yes. You are one of the Giantwalkers, as people have been calling you."
Yeah, that's a...
"Speak up, boy, we can barely hear you down here."
Yes, sir, Your Honor, sir.
"Now tell us, boy, what do you know of the dragons, and whatever events do the Giantwalkers know of?"
Oh, well, I know that they took over Nightstone, because I wanted to go that in there, and it was really cool, but they wouldn't let me, so that sucked. And then we went to Goldenfield, and they took that too, but then there's this really ugly giant lady, and we killed her, because she was, And then
at this point, is anyone in the crew like trying to slow him down, stop him, help him out?
Yeah, we're probably all waving in the background like...
I'm just
He's
like
touching all the points. I mean,
I'm trying to mouth the words to him to say, but obviously I've got a beak, so I can't enunciate the words. So it just looks like I'm opening and closing.
And then we rode on this magic castle and this guy with this cloud giant, and he was really nice and cool. But
Please slow down.
Can I grab his shoulder and just push him slowly back into his seat?
Sure.
I'll stand up and say, it's very simple. The giants came from the Forlorn Hills. They went north. They ransacked towns along the way. Those were hill giants. They were looking for food. Nightstone was not destroyed by them. It was destroyed from the air.
I
Cloud,
see.
some such thing. The dragons, we have no knowledge of, except one of their number. But we don't know of any alliance. Such a thing.
What is
we
his
do-
name?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he says, what is his name? He is one to interrupt, actually.
Yeah, he says, we set free from the clutches of the giant queen, a dragon named Nocturnus. He has a cult following him. We do not trust their intentions, but for now we share a common enemy.
I see. There's a lot of kind of like suspicious looks thrown around the room at you guys when you say that you might like be working with a dragon. A black dragon, was that?
Just, I believe, but we do not travel with him. We do not take aid or comfort from him.
Perhaps we should call you Dragonwalkers instead. In fact, there is one other who has information on the dragons themselves.
You see this man kind of stand up from the audience. He looks like a full-on paladin dude, basically. He is got this like gleaming armor, holy symbols all over him, like rosary beads from his hand, big mole on his back, quiffy hair,
Big mole
stern
on his
look.
back.
Yeah, big old, yeah. And it kind of puts off the rest of the look, really, but you got to see through it, right? He says,
Lord Commander Duncan Stormhallow, keeper of the keys.
and he stands up, and Duncan stands, and he says, yes, there have been some worrying events occurring with the dragons. For those of you who don't know, our Order of the Gauntlet have their stronghold at Fawnhold. This is where we keep our most prized and treasured artifacts. Recently, one of my keys was lost. Our paladin, Judith Wyland, was taken out, assassinated along the road back home. The key was stolen from her. And there's a lot of going, and Master Baron kind of whispers towards you guys to kind of explain. He says,
The keys hold 3 ancient dragons, captive within Thornhold. If one of the keys has gone missing, someone has it. They might try and break the dragon out.
and he says, that is our news. If there are any here willing to help me recover the key, then we would be helpful. We would be grateful of the help. And he sits back down again.
What of the villages?
And then okay, so you stand back up and say that, do you?
I assume, yeah, he didn't sit down.
Yeah, so you stand back up and say that. And Lord Neverember kind of like raises a bushy eyebrow. Like, he's surprised that you're like speaking out to him again. Like, he's forgotten about you, basically. Like, he'd extracted what information he wanted from you, then you were gone in his life. But he kind of like,
The villagers are going to be told to evacuate back in to the cities. There are many of them, but their people are already on their way. There is, however, one speaker that I would have us all listen to with great, attentiveness. She has come from a place far from here, a dark place. And, well, she has fallen. She knows of events recently on a different place entirely from our own, which might be affecting the Giants. It might be the reason that the Giants are doing this. Whether or not you believe her is up to a magician or a cleverer mind than I. I need to know about the war, but if you would listen to her.
And he kind of like looks up. He doesn't reply to you. Like, you're in a crowd of people you can like heckle, basically. What's her name? And from behind like a doorway, so a door opens up and a tiefling woman walks in white robes, with these kind of horns coming on, and she's got a lot of kind of like scars kind of all over her like face, and like some severe kind of like disfigurement going on. She kind of like walks in. Her gait is very kind of like shambly. Looks like she's taken a lot of damage like all over her body, it seems like. And you see her just kind of like step forwards as Lord Neverember says, "Diligence, would you speak to them?"
I'm... Oh my god. I thought she was dead.
So did I. I killed her.
I know, you pushed her out of a window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I thought she was dead. Oh my god, feelings.
I'll give you a second there. She steps forward and she says, "I have come from beyond. I have come from the Shadow Realm, where recently events transpired to shake the very fabric of our world. I believe that when the Master of the realm of Ravenloft was defeated, his new master also, that the souls unleashed disrupted the balance of magic there. And I believe that this might have changed the Giants in some way. And he never remembers. Please do continue. She seems to like having trouble like speaking, and you Slough. Slough's a lovely lamb, my man. So you see her and she says, "That is all I know. That I believe these two cases to be linked, but hopefully that helps those of you more able to journey out than I." And she just kind of like puts her like head down kind of thing, and starts to like shuffle to the back of the room. And Lord Neverember says, "The travel from her realm to ours was not kind on Diligence, but her information is invaluable to us. We know that somehow those events are linked. Maybe this is what shattered the ordning. If so, perhaps this information will do well to help us in the future, when we get closer to fixing the problem at least." And everyone kind of, you know, nods and look at, you know, this is good information. And Neverember says, "So, the moot will continue, but I'm sure you have all much to discuss amongst your varying groups and factions. So we will take a half-an-hour break, get some food, get some drink, speak with your compatriots and the other groups, and we will return shortly thereafter. I will be in my office, should anyone need me." He kind of goes into the side room to speak with Diligence. Leaving the kind of session to kind of like be like in a courtroom sort of thing, and the groups immediately kind of like split off to begin like chattering with one another. So, yeah, what are you guys doing here?
Connor's immediately making his way after Neverwinter.
Cool.
Oh my god.
I'd probably talk to the pretty elf lady. I forgot her name's Lady Silvermoon, right?
Her name was Lady Serral Silverhand. In fact, Lady Laral Silverhand.
Okay, I would probably talk to her because she's pretty.
Cool. Yeah, okay, let's take that one. So, as Connor heads off to go speak with Neverember, you go and speak to Lady Laurel. She is just remaining seated at her desk. She looks over at you. Ah, the little one. You have a loud voice.
Hi. I'll kind of be a bashful little halfling.
She says, your information was invaluable. Thank you. You helped protect my people. For that I am thankful.
Oh, it was nothing, really. There was more I wanted to say, but, that guy cock-blocked me and stuff.
Well, say it now if you wish. I'm all ears.
Well, I mean, there was dragons attacking on the outside villages, and then they're all going to Brishander, and they're gonna kill people and stuff there. The giants are, and maybe the dragons, I don't know. But,
I see. Well, thank you for that. What is your name, little one?
My name's Mortimer, but you can just call me Morty.
Well, you have a large spirit, Morty. She kind of finds the word strange. I thank you for your help. Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, yeah. Has anything happened in the east?
The east has remained fairly quiet. However, there are whisperings of an organization along the shorelines. Something deep within glowers there, spreads its ill purpose across the lands.
What is it called?
They call it a kraken, an ancient being, a creation of the gods which was cast aside. We know not its purpose or intent, merely that it wishes ill at all times.
Kraken like the octopus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you're Tim from Experience Points, a Kraken.
Yes, Kraken. Because apparently.
Because
Nordic.
America.
Or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
There was like a whole historical reason.
I don't think he had a good reason, really.
Yeah.
Wowee!
He knows nothing.
Sounds like a crock and a shit.
That's right.
Am I right?
I don't really have any other questions.
Yeah, she's fine with that. I mean, she's more than okay. She says, well, if you ever find yourself in Waterdeep, then do stop by.
Oh, okay. And I'll kind of look at her one last time and run away bashfully.
She gets like a whisper of a smile as she goes. Hiroki, Birch, Ember, what are you guys up to?
Sorry, you go, Myth.
Sorry, was I nearby to hear something about a kraken, or does Morty bring it up?
I mean, if you wanted to be near that conversation, you definitely could be.
Okay, cool. They said there's a beast off in the east. How dare I rhyme?
Indeed.
With a kraken, and they say, go do what with it? I heard kraken, and I was like, my character would like that.
Yeah, I can
There's
say
been whispers of krakens, like a hidden organization talking about it.
yeah, something which is this creature is spreading its ill purpose across the northern cities along the coast.
Skip me, but I was gonna talk to Ember because I know she's the only one that hasn't made a deal with the dragons.
Go on. You have to be quick though, because I have to rescue my housemate from a slug. Apparently.
I can do it later. Let other people
Do it now. Do it now.
I don't trust the dragon people, and they might have stolen the key that they were talking about and stuff.
They seemed very ready to offer me something I haven't earned. I don't trust them either. What gives you that impression?
Well, I mean, they were talking about the keys and the dragon, and there's like 3 of them, and the only people I could think about that would want it is the dragon people.
Right. What did they offer you, Moti? And did you accept?
I didn't take it.
Okay. Now, something strikes me as odd with these dragons. They seem too generous. Too generous for them to just say, "Oh, we just need you," when we say, you know.
Yeah. So just keep this to ourselves and let's look out for one another, sister. And I'll punch her leg, kind of.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's hard to say.
okay. Yes, like I feel like this slight sort of
Dead leg.
against my leg, and then be like, and she'll attempt to do like the same back, but I assume she like actually gives him a dead arm. Like,
I hold my arm and rub it.
yes, brother. Let's keep an eye out for each other.
Okay.
And thank you to Marvin P. And Super Coopers for following. Are both gentlemen and scholars. Good point to remind you folks, if you haven't followed yet, hit that button and join us. We're here 5 nights a week on Encounter Roleplay, 10 shows every single week as well, and a 24-hour D&D stream every single month. Thankfully, this month it's been done, so I have a few weeks before the next one, but do join us if you haven't. And if you missed any of the Storm King's fun, check it out on YouTube. You can find a link down below here. There's already 3 more episodes to catch up on if you want to. So, let's dive back into things. So you guys, let's go with Hiroki wanted to learn more about the
Kraken.
Kraken,
Yes.
yeah.
The creature
So,
of the deep.
yeah, Lady Laurel Silverhand says, the Harper, correct?
Yes. That is right.
What can I help you with?
I heard there was a creature from the deep. I am one who studies the gods of water.
Yes, there is a being, a kraken, as I mentioned before, which spreads its tendrils across the north. It has followers everywhere. We believe the creature has the ability to contact those on the shorelines, very far in fact, and that it has been doing this for tens of thousands of years.
And this creature is a threat.
One can only imagine a being rejected by the gods themselves has some daddy issues.
Yes. We have any location of this creature?
Other than the sea to the east, we know not.
Very well.
I wish I could help you more, Harper.
Yes. I'm very interested. If you have any more information, you let me know.
I'll do my best, of
Do it.
course. Of course. So, Connor immediately follows Neverwinter through into his chamber where he's talking to Diligence, the tiefling.
Can I follow, like, as soon as I
Yeah.
saw he was on his own and these guys were hanging out, I probably would have followed on just to make sure he wasn't
Sure.
being awkward.
Sure. So, yeah. You guys are inside. He kind of looks up as you guys come in. I don't know your name. Either of you. Oh, and Aarakocra as well. What business do you have here?
He'll kind of just like give a very curt nod to, I guess, the really injured-looking Diligence before turning to Neverwinter. He's just, there is information that we need to discuss. There are things that are happening in the world that no one in this chamber seems to be privy to. And all the priorities of this council seem to lie elsewhere and not with the people. That disturbs me.
Are you questioning the integrity of our council here?
I'm questioning their judgment. Why has no one asked where and for what these giants come? We know that Nightstone was ravaged, not for food, but for something that sat at the center of it. Giants came from the sky. We know that an outcast, a kinslayer named Harshnag, ravages the lands to the north, slaughtering his kin and vying for the top of the giant hierarchy. They're seeking artifacts buried in towns with names no one knows. We should be looking for these. We should be planning on stopping them. We should be saving the people.
And how do you propose you do that, Master Farmer?
Surely someone knows of towns like Nightstone that held an object of ancient origin, of power uncomprehended by the folks that lived around it. Surely these things do not just lie about the countryside.
He looks to Diligence for a moment, and he says, "There are loads of us who know of these locations, yes?"
Well, then they should be your priorities right now. That is what these giants are after.
Listen, boy, let me tell you something. When you're in command of the city of Neverwinter, it is your priority as the warden to look after its peoples and to protect them above anything else. My personal priority is to make sure that as many as people as possible escape from villages and get to the cities, and that we send troops where they are needed. Now, for the most part, whilst you have brought up a fair point about these locations for magical items, the stone within Nightstone we believe to be of very little significance. And Diligence kind of nods. However, there are very strong items, very potent ones, within the cities of Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Mithril Hall, Silvery Moon. They are prime locations, Bridgechander as well. So, while we defend them, then we defend both.
Do you know what the thing
Save the cheerleader. Save the world.
Do you know what the thing they took from Nightstone was?
He says, "Yes, that we do. It is an ancient stone, as I might suggest, which has powers over day and night. However, this object has been inactive for millennia."
And the fact that they sought it out specifically.
Listen, boy, there have been tens of attacks all over the towns and countries. I cannot be narrowed down into such a field of vision which you are looking at, as to one item of little significance.
You said there were more.
I said there are magic items everywhere. Yes, you'd have to be a fool not to know that. There are no stones of ancient power lying around here as much as you might like to believe in your folk stories.
Then what is it that Harshnag is sending out his troops to retrieve? Surely you can consult your...
Harshnag is not dead, General. He is an ally of ours, we believe. He is a kinslayer. Means he kills giants, boy.
He'll just kind of like... He's just kind of staring at Neverwinter, like, kind of jaw a little bit slack. He says, "I'm sorry."
He kills giants. That's why they call him Harshnag the Kinslayer. He is not one of their number, as far as we are aware.
Well, then you should become aware. Because he is rampaging across the north right now.
And what do you think he's doing?
Vying for the throne.
I believe you are not as well informed as you might think. He has been killing giants, and I do not believe he is under any misapprehension that he will be a king amongst the giants. We know that King Hecaton lies in court still as the king of the giants. Harshnag has never been interested in such things. He simply hates his brethren.
Didn't what's his name tell us that Hecaton's dead?
Nope.
Oh, that I'm thinking of something else. He says, and why if this balance, this order has been shattered, as we know it has, why would Harshnag not decide that he is the one that should stand on top of the hill?
Perhaps you should go and ask him, but one rogue giant is not really our concern when there are hundreds plundering our towns and cities.
Clearly they're not your concern either.
I think you said your piece, farmer boy. Now,
He says,
back to your town.
as you wish. And he'll just kind of turn and look at Diligence a little bit strangely. And he says, I don't know what you speak in this man's ear, but I hope it's the truth. And then he'll just walk out.
You weren't there, man. You just weren't there.
Don't understand.
Oh, she's making me cry.
So are you leaving?
Yeah, he's walking out.
I'll kind of stand there a little bit awkwardly and just kind of say, so your plan is to shore up these places, your major cities, and wait for this to blow over?
Our plan is to defend our most defensible locations, Aarakocra. What more can we do? We do not have the forces to send out armies to attack giants. The best we can do is shore up our defenses and take them where they are at least able to use our advantages and where we can use ours. Our fortifications are here for a reason. Whilst I appreciate you do not have castles and cities as we do, they are vital to the north and our only defense.
I struggle for your ground-bound words, but are you not fish in a barrel? Do you not just make it easier for them to attack?
Well, what do you expect me to do, boy? Abandon our cities? Abandon the north? Is that what you would have me do, Aarakocra?
I merely ask, why do you not seek answers? Why do you not?
I am spread thin here. Between us, there are under 10,000 troops, and they are well spread out and barely organized and allied as it is. Our grasp in this alliance is tenuous at best. Seeking answers is not our priority. If it is yours, then please, by all means, go out and seek them. I will do what little I can to help you, but I have neither the time, the manpower, nor the resources to do so. My job is to defend Neverwinter. Queen Dagnabbit to defend Mithril Hall. That is their prime concern. To defend their people, those who put them in command. We're doing our best here. Our best might not be enough, but we have to fucking try.
I do not question the things you to do. You know your people more than anyone. You speak of the Kinslayer.
Yes.
I've heard his name before. You say he is an ally?
Perhaps. A tenuous one at best, as most of the allies in this confederacy of ours. But yes, he has not yet harmed a human or elf or dwarf.
Are you in communication?
We know where he is currently, yes.
Oh, where is this? Has he told us this already? Did I miss that?
No, I don't think have. He is Bryn Shander.
He is helping with the defense?
We believe he intends to, yes. Our communication with him is, well, sporadic at best. He is a cantankerous figure.
I kind of laugh to myself because I think it's a pot calling the kettle black right now. I kind of nod and say, if we seek his ear, is there any way you could help facilitate that?
I suppose if you were to go to Bryn Shander, then my contacts there would help you, of course.
Sorry, Will, just to play. The Black Dragon did mention that we should speak to this guy, did he not?
The Black Dragon said that you should kill
Okay.
the giant.
So, yeah, okay. I knew it was something key to what he'd asked us to do.
Yeah.
He's my bae at the moment. I just kind of nod that. And then I kind of speak back to Diligence behind him. You say you believe whatever was released from your world helped cause this in ours.
We tried our best, and it was the right thing to do. But yes.
Was it something similar
I suppose so.
to what was happening here that's come across?
Not as such. But the ruler of the realm warned us that if we freed those souls, that there would be consequences. And he was right.
Do you believe there's any way we can recreate what you did and pass it on from our world?
I think the powers that were at work in that realm were entirely different to those that work within yours. But it's possible.
I just kind of nod and kind of have a bit of pity in my eye because I can see kind of how scarred up her face is. And I just say, I'm sorry, I do not speak eloquently. Your kind, both of your kind is new to me. Your ways are strange. We will try and help out whatever way we can and understand that Connor has been... The giants took everything from him. He's still struggling to deal with that.
Yes, well, some of us are sadly accustomed to the nature of war.
I just kind of nod and look down at Perch and say, fate has a funny way of giving as much as it takes. And then I nod and walk out.
Can Ember talk to Diligence?
Sure.
She walks over quite gently. She's seen how scarred she is. And
Welcome.
she's very not ragey at the moment. And she sort of holds out her hand. Friendly. She says, "Hello. How did you get those scars?"
She takes a long time to answer, and then she says, "I fell in love."
Love hurts, no?
I guess so.
You're strong, lady. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I'm afraid I found it, and now it's gone.
Will you ever find it again?
I think some things you only ever find once.
I think I understand. It's hard for me to. It doesn't quite. It's hard for me to get things sometimes, but I think I know. I'm sorry to hear this. I'm sure it was something that you wanted more than once. But I hope that you find it again, whether that's in this way or in another way. Maybe you'll find it in a way that you did not expect.
Maybe so. You have a lot of hope in you. I envy that.
It is something I've had to learn. I have to control it. It's very difficult for me. But you seem the same. You seem like you have it all under control. And I envy that.
I don't. It's just that everything that I had under control is gone. So, in a way, there's just nothing left to worry about.
Well, I hope we meet again. And I hope the next time we meet, it is different. In a good way.
Thank you. And are you as well. Best of luck to you in your journeys. Hopefully they are kinder to you than they were to me.
She bashes a plate armor. And there's a little tear and she walks away.
Nice. So the group of you kind of I guess regroup and find yourselves back waiting to discuss your next move, I suppose. So Master Baron is there with you as well, and so he says,
My friends, Giantwalkers, as they've been calling you, quite the name. Do you know what it is that you wish to do? There is still more deliberations, but, well, the balance tells me that these deliberations will go on for days on end, with very little decisions being made.
Lord Neverwinter has no intention of helping the people out in the villages. He intends to pull who he can behind the walls and shutter his gates.
As is right, yes.
There's still whoever's stealing these artifacts and ransacking these towns, and they're not going to go away. They're not going to stop until they have what they need, and then they'll come for everyone behind the walls.
You have a touch of the dramatic about you, Connor. There is hope yet, no? Come. We must lift our spirits fully. Saroki, you must have better news, or an idea, hope, no?
I'm a bit torn at the moment.
Tell us your thoughts.
The dragon we freed, Nocturnus,
Yes.
wishes we have made an alliance with him. That's we have. Using my judgment, we use him as a fulcrum to stop the giants, but it seems as if there are giants here that wish to be attacked from this Nocturnus, some on our lines of war. It seems we are trying to be played by another party.
Oh, well, there are many factions at work here. You're right. Personally, I am of the belief that there is only one option for yourselves. You cannot get dragged into this war as soldiers by a Neverember. Perhaps Harshnag is the key to understanding this. As you said, the Cloud Giant said he knows many things of the giants. If there is one giant who you can speak to, who will actually tell you what is going on, how to solve the problem, perhaps that would be wise, or maybe a few of you to speak with him at least.
Can I stop and I say, tell me something, friend. Our dragon compatriot instructed us that Harshnag was a plague that needed to be destroyed. What do you know of him?
He is a kinslayer. Only kills giants. He was with the party of adventurers many years ago. He is neither friend nor foe. His own body entirely.
Does he seek the throne?
I do not know of giant politics, but Harshnag, if he wanted the throne, then he should go north. He has ever been in our lands.
I only know of him what the dragon has told us. That his slaying was so he could sit on top of the stack. That he was an enemy.
Dragons are not always one to tell the truth, though, Connor.
Connor, we set adrift. There are 3 rivers in this war. They all flowing down 3 different mountains into a collective pool. These 3 currents are creating a maelstrom of war. We set adrift on a log between all 3. Our next pass is to stay in the current of the humans, the people of here, of man, and we should try not to drift into the dragons, river, or the giants as well. But if we are need to speak to this Harshnag, it will be upon the river of man. And from there, we will use the flowing maelstrom to find our order. Do you understand?
Not even remotely. I simply asked what you knew of him, because if I hear more of the same story, it leads me to believe that we may have been misinformed. I only want to know the truth. My goal right now is the people in the outlying lands. Not all of them will make it behind the walls. I can't allow that to happen.
That is what they say.
But have not some of you entered into an agreement with said dragon?
We have. But who's to say that us drifting into the stream in the current of a black dragon will lead us into the heart of the maelstrom? We will drift like we do as always, and as we drift, we will be dancing within these rivers, back and forth between man, giant, and dragon, to weave together the order and to settle this puddle once more.
You're saying that, despite our agreement, we may shift alliances as necessary.
You know very little of the Harpers, do you?
As he smirks.
I'm sorry your order doesn't have any influence where I raise my villain.
We do what we can, no matter what it is, to make sure man is protected. This order, this river, water is calm, at least on the surface.
Then we must abandon this moot, venture out into the wilds and find our own path, and save people on our own.
Very well. Now you see like a hopper.
He'll turn to Baron. He says, "So where would you suggest we head first? Do we seek information about what these giants want?"
We speak to Harshnag.
Peanuts.
A man or a giant, excuse me, who has been spoken of by 2 of these rivers. We will drift our way to Harshnag, into the giant's current.
Then so be it. I think this plan is as good as any which has been laid before us today.
Will you remain here?
For my part, I will. There are the Harpers here and, well, all of my equipment for getting in touch with them is also here. So, I must remain.
Very well then. We need you here to attempt to sway the council in our absence.
I will do my best. I hold little sway, but I will try my hardest. I will have fresh horses ready for you to travel out to the north. Or it might be quicker to get a boat.
I think we may be able to fly a more direct route.
He looks inquisitively. Oh?
I make no promises.
Very well. Then
Our giant friend is gone.
I assumed he was just parked outside.
Oh no, he fucked off. He fucked off a long
He's
time ago.
left.
Oh, he just.
I'll stay here.
I'll just wait here forever. No,
I'll keep the motor running.
I mean, it's only been a day.
he's long gone.
Okay, then
Yeah.
ignore that.
Okay. I will have fresh horses waiting for you outside, or if you wish
You
to take
said
a
a
boat,
boat.
you can take a ship, of course. You sail up the coast, I'll probably get you quicker.
Probably the most safest route.
It depends on storms and if there is indeed this creature lurking in the depths, and then there's that to worry about, but no route is safe these days.
Don't worry about the storms.
And I like hold my hands up and like a mist creeps in through the windows and like collects in my hands and I go,
I wouldn't worry about the storm.
and I just and it disperses.
Nice. Very well. Then, I will deliberate with the council and leave you, my friends, to continue on your journey, wherever it may lead you. Best of luck to you. May peace be upon you. He bows.
You as well.
Dang. I don't want to like split the party, but I just remembered the paladin guy wanted.
Yeah, there's still a minute to talk if you want to go and speak to him.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I just because he wanted people to investigate a murder of that other one, right? Other paladin.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
just the missing key, I think.
Yeah.
He wanted people to look into it, but he didn't necessarily say that we needed to do it, and also.
I'd still want to talk to this paladin guy
Sure,
quickly.
yeah. Alright, Lord Duncan Stormhallow is there, and thank you to Codelock and Tempered Iron and Dr. Mackinder for following. You're all gentlemen scholars, thank you for joining us. So yeah, you see him over in the corner. You walk over to him, he says, you are the Giantwalkers, correct?
We have been given that name. I don't intend to be doing too much walking now.
I suppose not. How can I help you?
Do you want to leave this one? Mortimer, I don't know.
I just wanted to know if you had any clues about who took the key.
Well, she was assassinated not far from her route back. She was in Gauntlegrim when she was killed.
Like, throat slit, crushed.
We're not sure. All we had was her symbol returning to our temple. We have not investigated the ruins.
Can
Above.
You,
Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted. Can you point it out on the map, like where she died?
Yes, Gauntlegrim is here.
Double taps.
Double taps the map. To the north, far north of Thornhold, where our sanctuary is. Now, above the ground there are the ruins of Gauntlegrim, where an ancient dwarven civilization used to exist. But below that, in the Underdark, Gauntlegrim still exists. Lord Lightvein still rules there.
Do you think they took it?
Cord's face right now. So fucking a TBT. If anyone watched the Out of the Abyss campaign a long time ago, probably like six months ago now, Cord? A long time ago. played a character called Oren Lightvein, who was a dwarf from Gauntlgrim in the Underdark, and who is now apparently Lord Lightvein.
Yes.
And he
That's beautiful.
he says, what was the question?
I was asking if she's really dead, and do you think
Oh,
that
oh yes, the symbol never returns to us unless a member of our order is dead, which means that the key has been taken. Whoever holds that key is most likely still within Gauntlgrim, so if you ever find yourselves going by that way, I would very much appreciate you stopping in.
Tell me more about what this key was for.
It holds the key to an ancient dragon. 3 ancient dragons, in fact, who are kept within Thornhold, our sanctuary. Now, were these dragons to ever be released via the key, they would most surely wreak havoc upon our world. The Order of the Gauntlet is here to protect.
Why were they captured? Why do you believe they do this well?
They have a dark, sordid past against mankind. These are the dragons who hate our kind more than any other. There is a Nymph, the green dragon, a crafty, malicious meddler of human affairs ever since her birth. Fester is a Dracolich, bent on living forever and ruling over an empire of the dead. Sazit is the bronze dragon, the bringer of ruin and dust. The culprit of hundreds of cities' despair. We keep them locked up for their crimes. It is prison.
So, do you think the doors would release whatever dragon they have?
No, I don't. I do not believe that Lord Lightvein would ever let such a thing come to pass, but the ruins above Gauntlgrim are uninhabited by the dwarves. They live down below in the Underdark. We know not what lies in the ruins there, above the ground. Orcs, goblins, drow even. Dragon worshippers. The list of possibilities is quite frankly worrying.
Have you heard of... Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Have you heard the name Noctulus before?
Nocturnus was the name brought up before, correct?
Yes.
I have heard of him, yes. A young dragon.
He's not mentioned in the same vein as these 3 then?
He is far too young to have committed any such crimes. I know not his history. I'd have to check the annals back at Thornhold for you. But the name, immediately, does not ring any bells.
Okay.
Well, I guess out of character is, do we talk to the frost giant up north, the Kinslayer, or do we like?
Well, if you look, it's kind of on the map.
Yeah.
But if you wanted
to
to take a boat, then you couldn't go to Gauntlgrim. So you'd
Okay.
have to go by horse, which would be much slower if you wanted to stop in at Gauntlgrim.
Yeah. Then I mean, I am not in the scene. I guess I'm like, oh great, we go get boat, and then I'm probably getting the boat. So you probably have to come talk to me.
Okay, so you've
But-
actually gone to get the boat.
Yeah. I mean, like I heard boat, and I'm like, holy shit, this is my spirit quest.
But I guess you can't go kind of back and then forth. It's kind of enough inshore where it's actually take too much time. I'd inform everyone of kind of what we've heard, and just see. Yeah, is the consensus to get the boat north?
I mean, Hiroki's all like boat, but I mean, party. I mean, could convince him.
It doesn't matter how we travel. We'll travel as travel.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
Cool,
if we went on horse, it would give us the opportunity to visit a few other places on the way.
Yeah. And the meta, I'd love to see Lightvein. So if you want to take a horse, let's do it.
Well, I would certainly question whether we should go there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, my guess is Connor would probably say less important to go investigate a murder in another city because, we have people to save, but immediately. But
I mean, it's a
whatever.
dragon
Yeah.
that unlocks a scary dragon that could cause harm to more people.
it's either way works.
Why don't we really quickly just go around? Everyone gets their
Guess a
I'd
vote.
say, and we'll kind of total up who gets the most.
I don't know
Right
what
now,
was
everyone's
said in that scene because I went to the restroom.
I guess. I
don't
guess like we could come out at a point, seeing as running low on time, where you've all been informed on the different decisions available to you.
So cool. There's a paladin been murdered. They're not sure of how it was murdered. There's just the sigils come back. Three very dangerous
Ancient
dragons
ancient
housed
dragons,
there. Obviously, the Grim is mainly underground now. The ruins up top. No one knows what's going on there. That's where the body was murdered, I think. That's what you missed out on when you went to the fire.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's dragons there, like, Hiroki's also, like, yeah, he wants to go in the water, but he's also, I mean, that's just like,
My life goal is go into water sometime in my life.
but I think actually what it comes down to is, like, the Harper way is for the realm. So if he can, because I think in my eyes, the Harpers are kind of like spies to try to figure, like, in their sneaks,
yeah.
they're trying to get what they can, do what they can for the realm. So if that means go learn what's happening in Gauntogrim, then
That's fine. We'll go to Gauntogrim.
Yeah.
Done.
Hey, have you got an opinion?
Go on, Grim.
yeah, sweet. There we go.
Not
Make our
as
way to
fun.
Gauntogrim.
Not as fun to say as the other city,
Nice.
but we'll.
All right. So you guys are headed out towards Gauntlegrim to figure out what has gone on
What
there.
has gone? Togrim?
What has gone to Gauntlegrim?
Oh
you
god,
guys have
no.
gone.
But it's gone till Grim.
Oh dear lord. So on that bombshell, folks, a pun so bad that I have to end the show because our time is up. And
That's why I'm here.
that's whenever I need to, like, oh god, it's time. Make a bad pun quick.
We are about to end
We need to-
a pun.
Can you come up with an awful pun? So
You got it, Will.
thank you guys for watching today's show, episode 4 of Storm King's Thunder. Did you enjoy it, folks? Let us know in the chat. If you did, please do shout at us and let us know. If you did not, keep your mouth shut. We don't care. So we're off to go to see Gauntlegrim. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's show and you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us. It's the best way to keep up with all of our shows. I'm back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Outlanders, Askren's there, Trainsy's there, Kira's there. I'll be there. 4 p.m. Viewer games. I'll be here. Viewers will be here. Playing Dungeons and Dragons all day, Sunday through Thursday. Let's make it a song, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for clapping. So hashtag leg clap, indeed. I hated it. Indeed. Well, that's okay, fuckboy. So yeah, let's go around and thank the players and put some plugs and all that good stuff. Legs closed, boys. There needs to be like an emote now, like like a pair of closed legs.
Yeah.
ERP legs closed.
And feel, yeah, oh, yeah, they clamped. So let's start in from the left and around again. So Revolver C, thoughts on the session, my man, and where can we find you on the internet these days? Other than Live Jasmine.
Session's really fun, man. I enjoy it every week. I always look forward to it. I'm curious to see how badly the dragons are gonna screw us over, but that'll be interesting to see. Anyways, my name's Revolver C. You can find me on Twitch at Revolver C. Also, the Twatterverse is Revolver C TV. I won't be streaming this weekend because I'll be going to TwitchCon. But if you guys are going, poke me, say hello. I'll give you a sweaty man hug, I'm sure. And yeah, thank you again for having me, guys.
And after you can't refuse, you've been taking lessons from Connor here, and I like it. Cord, Mythmatic.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Mythmatic. You know what? Let's start with how awesome the session was. Great job. Had tons of fun. I'm so glad we're not with Zephyros.
Zephyros. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad we're not here with him anymore. But I really liked Morty's Moot speech, and I really like where this campaign is going. I like that there are like these 3 armies that are kind of starting to show face, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next week in Gauntogrim. So yes, back to my original plug. My name is Mythmatic. I am a voice actor, role player, streamer here on Twitch. I have a YouTube. I have a Twitter. I have a wonderful Discord community. What else? I enjoy long walks on the beach. But yes, I will actually be later. I will be streaming Osiris New Dawn. It is like a new like Mars survival game. We'll see what that's all about. See if we can roleplay on it. But looks like a lot of fun. But that's me.
All right. We've got a Lee.
Can't wait for next week.
Oh yeah. Got a Lee with us. Hey. She's insane. Lee, what thoughts on the session?
I had a really emotive session this time.
That's good.
I got some closure on Diligence.
Yes.
I got some really nice. Oh, that was so lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, it's been good. It's been good. I've really enjoyed it so far. I'm really looking forward to how the campaign's going to play out. I'm going to look forward to how Ember's going to develop as a character, whether that's for better or worse. Who knows? But yeah, so I'm Lee. I'm Ginger Snapper on Twitter. I draw stuff sometimes when I feel like it, when I'm not fucking working. Who knows?
Fucking
Be my
/
friend.
working.
Let's see.
Let's do it. Do it. Awesome. Be friends. Askarin.
Hi guys, my name is Astrid. Before I jump into plugs, I too will talk a little bit about the session. You guys know, I have a ton of fun playing with these guys every week. It's always a blast. The roleplay is always great, and I just want to point out, this is the second campaign that I've played in, where I played a character who, like, I played Red Song and I played Renner, and they were both kind of ladies' man type characters, or at least I thought they were. Second time I played a character who was not interested in like getting laid at all, and everyone does the play like, "What's wrong with you?" What? I'm like, my last character was married. I don't know why people were like pushing him to hook up, but yeah, it's weird. I may have to just do that to appease chat. Who knows? Anyway, it's a great campaign. I love the writing that chat has done for this. I was honestly completely surprised when the third town that we went to was burned down, and I was like, I don't know what we're even doing here. Everywhere we go dies.
Yeah, get right.
So my name is Askren. I'm a D&D streamer. You can find me. The link is in chat. It's just twitch.tv/exploding dice, where I stream D&D every Sunday, and I have a talk show every Tuesday called Fuzzy Dice, and I'm also here 2 days a week. I will be on tomorrow for Outlanders. It's
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then finally, we have the man with different shoes. Gareth. Play us out.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Right.
Yeah, I man, these throwbacks are awesome. That's now 2 little like nods, fairly sizable nods to campaigns that I've been in, and it's awesome. It, like, I know quite a few of you guys are following along as well, and it's really cool to see. Well, unfortunately, neither of my characters can show up because they're both dead, but. Yeah, just kind of meshed together.
You shouldn't say that because Diligence was dead.
Yeah, that's true.
He's pretty dead.
She
We
walks,
never actually
backwards out of a window.
Yeah, we never saw her die. We saw her fall out the window. So
Yeah, but she landed. She
did land in some
brothers'
dark rocks.
rim.
Indeed.
Anyway, yeah, awesome work, guys. Awesome chat. You're amazing to like. You make me laugh constantly, way more than these boring fuckers. So thank you for chatting along with us and talking. And I'm using a musical mic. What of it? Anyway, Unsadly Padders. I enjoy some minor leg closing
Sennheiser.
and random.
Yeah. Shout out to
minor leg closing.
Can we just
Those
have
are words.
one more kind of
belong together.
bam of the Rockamo?
the Rocky Mode, because you guys.
Yeah, I do stream occasionally. Follow if you want, but props to all awesome work, guys, and everyone else here. Follow them now.
Now. Okay, well, before I get too caught up with this, with the leg clamps, because you know how I get, we'll sign off. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, again, Twitch has no issues tomorrow fucking killing our EU servers. God damn it, America. So we should be all good to go with any luck tomorrow. But yeah, until then, try not to roll too many nat ones. Go follow these guys. Go follow Encounter Roleplay. Check us out on YouTube, all our social media and shit. Remember to keep your rocks close, my friends, because in times like these, they could go anywhere. You've got to keep them close. And
Keep your legs close.
Keep your legs closed and your rocks closer.
Closer.
And your rocks closer.
Your legs closed and your rocks. Oh my god.
Yeah, perfect.
That has to be a t-shirt. Next t-shirt.
Next t-shirt confirmed. So, in the spirit of the Big Daddy, Splatter Daddy, and the rocks, we'll head out, play ourselves out, as we say farewell to you guys. Try not to throw too many net ones. We want to be here laughing when you do. We'll see you guys soon. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.